Welcome, everybody, to Hyde Park and Brisbane Rhinos TV, brought to you by the Sporting Globe at Westfield Chermside. Matchup today has number 1 versus number 2 as the Rhinos take on the Griffith University Thunder. I'm John Guarna here for Calling All Sports Brisbane and Rhinos TV. I'm joined today by Phil Levis, a longtime Rhino player and coach. Phil, exciting matchup, number 1 and number 2 on the ladder today.
This is for all the marbles as far as the regular season goes. Winner comes out of this probably the box seat for finishing first in the competition.
It was a matchup that we saw earlier in the season in round 5. Rhinos got that victory. It was a tight one, though, 47-31 against the Thunder. Thunder, one of the few teams to keep the Rhinos under 50. It was a tight battle. You expecting similar outcome today?
Yeah, it should be an arm wrestle. The Thunder match up well against the Rhinos. Their proficiencies match up well against the Rhinos' defense, and offense should be an absolute shootout from both sides today.
I spoke to Tommy Corwin earlier, and he says he's expecting fireworks. A lot of scoring this afternoon. It's a beautiful day after being rained out for a couple of weeks. Neither of these teams really had any training or games. The last 2 rounds were washed out. So you got to think the players be itching to get out there on the field and hit somebody.
Yeah, just remains to be seen whether they come out. They know they're going to come out fired up. Whether they come out a bit rusty as well is going to be the question mark.
And one thing that we did notice, the Thunder look a bit light on the roster today. With this heat, you got to think that's going to have an impact on the game as well.
Yeah, it's going to be very difficult today. I know a couple of the imports from the Rhinos were complaining earlier in the week about the heat, and we're told that buckle up because it only gets worse from here.
Yeah, it's a good thing at the kickoff, though. It has started to cool down a bit. We've been out here for a little while. It's now just after 4 o'clock, so things certainly are starting to cool down a bit. But the action's certainly going to heat up on the field today. You got the Thunder looking like they're going to get set to receive this kickoff. Phil, do I have to even ask any predictions on today's game?
I think the Rhinos by 2 to 3 touchdowns.
2 to 3. Player of the game. I mean, a couple guys for each team to look out for.
Definitely Christian Strong from the Rhinos, and their offensive weapons are all spread across the park, so he's going to have ample opportunity to spread it out. And the opposing QB from the Thunder Tommy Corwin is also top notch.
Yeah, well, Tommy Corwin looking to have himself a big game as the Rhinos get set for kickoff in the battle versus number 2, Griffith University Thunder. Taking the kickoff is Chris Pope. Breaks a few tackles up the middle. And the Thunder going to start with the ball on about the 23-yard line here, so pretty good return. I thought he might have taken the knee.
Yeah, no, but very shallow end zones here, so he might not have been sure of where he was and decided to run it out. And you've got to love a returner that backs himself as well.
Tommy Corwin going to have the opportunity to get the Thunder up and running here. Pretty high-scoring outfit also, though, for Griffith University.
Yeah, they can definitely put points on the board quickly if you're not aware.
Yeah, so Corwin's got 2 receivers split out to his left, 1 to the right in the shotgun formation. Low snap, but Corwin has it. Looks like he's under a bit of pressure. Breaks the tackle, loses the ball, slowly recovers, and he just makes it back nearly to the line of scrimmage. So pretty good pressure there for Rhinos on that first snap.
Excellent pressure from Ernest Moore there. That will be not a good start to the day for the Thunder, knowing he came off the left side so easily and got around the tackle there.
So Corwin's got Moody split out to his left, Pope out to his right. Again, that shotgun formation, low snap again. They hand it off. A few tackles broken, but a good tackle up the middle. Good little run there by Sean Daddy, picking up a few.
He's a deceptive little runner that way. He's very hard to catch. He's very, very sneaky and very, very jumpy, but has good bursts through the line as well.
So it's 3rd down and about 7 to go for the first down. Again, Corwin's got 2 receivers split out to his left. He's got Moody out to his right and Daddy in the backfield with him in the shotgun formation. It's going to be a false start on Griffith University there as that early hard snap count.
Yeah, Liam Hunter, veteran left guard there, moved early, and that will set them back, and now they're going to go back into the huddle and talk about the play. They were going in a hurry up there, trying to catch the Rhinos offside, catch the Rhinos unawares, but they've obviously not communicated the snap count properly, and have cost them 5 yards.
Well, that's the downside to going to that no huddle as well. If you don't communicate it properly, it could cost you, and it did there. So now a long third down for the Thunder. They've got 3 split to the left. Daddy in the backfield. Corwin drops back, rolls to his left. He's going to go back to his right side. Nearly picked off there by Johnny Nico.
Yeah, and it looks like there was a holding call on the left edge on Ernest Moore again. So he was making his way through to the quarterback there and got dragged, but I believe they'll decline this one and take the 4th down.
Oh, you'd have to think they're going to decline it and force the Thunder to punt in their own. We're pretty much backed against their own red zone here, so got to see if the Rhinos is going to bring the pressure here and try and really put the Thunder under a bit of pressure here. Really good opening defensive set there, though, for the Rhinos. They'd be happy with those 3 downs.
Yeah, it looked very impressive. They got good pressure off the edges, not so much up the middle, but off the edges, and contained the run very well. Almost picked them off in the last pass as well.
So Devontre Parnell back to return for the Rhinos. Kick is a short one. Looks like it takes a Thunder bounce, and it's going to be downed at about the 35-yard line. So pretty decent field position here for the Rhinos on their opening offensive possession.
Yeah, they'll be happy with that. Obviously, Thunder wanting to get the ball away from the Rhinos returners, who are just dynamic in the open field. So a lot of teams have been kicking to the sideline. They've gone the short pooch punt, see if they could get someone in the closer to the ball to take it and possibly even get it back themselves if someone makes a mistake.
The Rhinos are an explosive offensive team. This is our first look at them on the offensive side of the ball this afternoon. Christian Strong lining up at the quarterback position. He's got Parnell split out to the right. He's got 2 to his left. Drop back, looking right. Finds Parnell for the short gain. Good tackle there from the Thunder. Giving up about 4 or 5 on that short cut, that inside route.
Yeah, just a nice little slant route. Get the ball into the receiver's hands quickly and see what he can do. He's like I said, very, very quick runner. Hoping they can bust one out.
So 3 out, split out to the left, 1 to the right. That's Parnell on the right. Faking the handoff, looking deep. Going right up the middle. A lot of contact there. Referee is going to throw the flag. That's obviously a pass interference there.
He had a step, and the DB made the right decision and didn't let him go past, because that was going to be 30 plus, if not a TD, if he let that go.
Yeah, Strong put that one on the money too. Hansen was held. Penalty, it looked like it went against Corey Jones on the defensive side of the ball.
This being NCAA rules, only cost them 15 yards though. Not the spot foul it would be in the NFL.
So 15-yard pass interference, pretty good option there.
Yeah.
Instead of the 6.
Yeah, sometimes you've got to do the maths in your head very quickly.
So it's a first down now. I think they're going to reset the chains.
I think they're just trying to figure out where the original spot was so they can march it from there.
And there we go. So they'll mark out that 15-yard penalty. And it's nearly bringing the Rhinos into Griffith's half. Just before the halfway mark, I'd say that one is. So 1st and 10 now for Rhinos. And again, you see Rhinos in that shotgun formation. 2 split to the left, 2 split to the right. Faking the handoff, looking for the screen. Good hit there by Garrett Griffith. They're going to give a penalty.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that. He looked like he just got him straight under the ribs.
Not sure what that one's for, as Hansen had it in his hands and then took the hit. Can hear Tommy Corrin questioning the referees on that one.
Yeah.
Not sure what the call is for. It's got to be pass interference. Now they're gonna wave the flag off. So good play there by Griffith, denying Hansen the catch.
Yeah, very, very good defense. Looked like a nice little slant pass, been cleared out underneath, and had some space. But yeah, read it very well and came up on it. It's got him a nice little shot under the ribs.
You see the three split out to the right here. And making Hansen come off the field.
Knee pads, I believe. Knee pads not covering the knees.
All right. So Hansen's going to check out. Coach Booker getting his offense set. Short handoff, breaking a few tackles along the left side. The nice gain there,
44, Tim Carlton.
Yeah, Tim Carlton there on the nice short handoff there, going off the left side, picking up 9.
Yeah, very, very good read of his blocks there. Managed to find space and get him a good gain.
Rhinos mixing it up there. Carlton on the handoff. Parnell in motion to the right. Again, Strong's got 3 receivers through the right side. And Carlton in the backfield with him. Again, they hand off to Carlton. He goes up the middle. He's going to pick up the first down and more as he keeps the legs churning. He was down before the ball came out, so that's a good run there by Carlton.
Yeah, he's not a big back, but he's deceptively strong. He can get a good push, and the Rhinos got in there behind him and support him as well and got him as much yards as they could.
And Rhinos grinding away here, picking up that first down off the penalty, but then back-to-back runs by Carlton, producing another first down.
I believe they were going with the unbalanced line as well. They had 3 linemen out to this side, but I think they've gone back to their regular set now.
Again, now 3 receivers split to the left, 1 to the right. Faking the handoff, going for the short pass. Rhinos connect. That's Hansen. He picks up another 8. That's that little bubble screen out to the left side, picking up 8-9 yards.
Yeah, good little play action to the bubble screen. I thought I saw a flag there, but that might be waved off. Might have been just my imagination, or someone with yellow boots flying through. Oh, right. I see 85 from the Thunder has yellow gloves on. That's what must have thrown me.
Now 3 split out to the right for Rhinos. Strong hands off for Carlton. Again goes up the middle, cuts it left, back inside. He powers to another first down, and Rhinos sniffing that end zone, looking for the first points of the afternoon.
Yeah, getting their power running game going where they hadn't really done that much this year. They've been a team that relied on that in previous seasons, and with the new weapons they've got, had been mainly pass dependent this season. But good to see them getting a power run game going. Looked like they had a pulling guard or pulling center on that play, getting in front of Carlton and making a good read for good yards.
And again, they hand off for Carlton. He goes up the middle. He's nearly there. Comes up just short.
Like a yard or 2 short at most.
Again, though, Carlton really using those feet to give himself a little breathing room and then powering through those tackles to get close to that end zone.
Yeah, moving just slightly laterally, keeping his momentum going forward at the same time. They can just knifing through whatever little gap he can find in between defenders.
Carlton doing a bulk of the work on this drive. The Rhinos can sniff the end zone, looking for the first points of the afternoon.
Just going to take a quick timeout. Obviously didn't like what they saw.
Quick timeout. So we just want to remind you, Rhinos TV is brought to you by the Sporting Globe at Westfield Chermside. It's 0-0 in the first quarter. And the Rhinos sniffing the first points of the afternoon.
Yeah, they've got to be odds on to get at least something out of this drive here. Second down and goal. Will it be first down goal? No, second down. Yeah, second down goal from about the 2 or maybe 3 yard line. Hard to tell from this angle we're on.
Yeah, this is a tough one here because you mentioned those weapons they have at receiver, but that lack of depth in the end zone. You got to think if it's going to be something, it's going to be Quick or Carlton going up that middle because they've been rolling right up the guts.
Yeah, it's got to be either a slant or a run up the middle. maybe even a rollout from the QB.
Yeah, well, we know Strong can do that. He can roll, he can throw, he's multi-talented. We see him under center, though, for the first time this afternoon. He's going to keep it. He looks to power over, and he's going to break the goal line. Haven't signaled it. There it is. Yeah. The first points of the afternoon go to Christian Strong with a power run right up behind the offensive line for 6.
Yeah, got a good push from his offensive line, and tall, strong, athletic quarterback. It's going to be hard to keep him out from that distance.
So really, really nice opening statement for the Rhinos. Shutting them down in 3 on the defensive side and then rolling to 6. Looking to make it 8. I know they're going to go for the kick. Sorry.
Yeah, did it a little bit too easily there for the Thunder's liking, I'd imagine.
Kochwa with the kick. It's up. It's good. And the Rhinos lead 7-0 on the Griffith University Thunder. So Christian Strong leading a really nice drive there for the Rhinos. Really like what you see, though. Mixing it up. I expected them to come out throwing, but they handed it off to Carlton. And Strong really calling a good game with Coach Booker, relaying those signals from the sideline.
They kept a good mix. They still passed it fairly often, but got the run game a bit more involved than they have in previous contests. So that'll be it's a good sign, especially with the weather being the way it is at the moment. Going into the semi-finals, you could end up with a muddy field. So good to have your run game worked out before that happens.
And what did you see on that drive that you think from Griffith there? You got to think it's a pretty smart play. Also running the ball a bit with the lack of depth for the Thunder.
Yeah, they've got to stand up a bit more on the D line. They didn't seem to get much pressure on the QB or fill their holes quite as well as they would have liked. Carlton didn't bust any big, huge runs, but there was enough space for him there to work it for at least 5 or 6 yards every play he got his hands on the ball.
And you'll take that every time.
Absolutely,
if you give it.
Every time.
Yep. Rhinos getting set to kick. Kochwa kicks it right out of the back of the end zone, so it's a touchback, and Griffith will start on their own 20, looking to get themselves back into this one after a rough opening few possessions.
Yeah, Griffith have got to really stand up and answer here. We'll find out what they've got to offer on offense. They were a bit hamstrung the last series, got off to a bad start on the first play with a pressure on the QB and a fumble, but we'll see what they can come up with this drive.
They've got Moody split out right, 2 receivers to the left here for Tommy Corrin, and of course he's got Daddy in the backfield. Daddy had a nice little run on their first drive as well, so wonder if they'll try and get him featured again. One of the knocks on the Rhinos is their defense up the middle, but Corrin has it. He rolls out to the left, looking for someone deep. He's going to go deep. It's into a bit of pressure. Ball's knocked out of bounds, knocked down there by Jake Price. Good coverage. I thought Corrin might have kept it and tried to grab it 2 or 3 at least. He had a bit of pressure on him.
I think he was lucky to get away with legal forward pass there. I think he was past the 20 when he let it go, but we'll defer to the referee's call on that one. But yeah, threw it into coverage. So he was obviously getting a little bit desperate there, trying to find someone.
Yeah, Price with the good coverage there. Also back was Parnell, playing both sides of the field today.
We'll see now whether the Rhinos get a bit more disciplined on their contain as well.
And Pope with the quarterback keeper, and he's sacked behind the line of scrimmage there by Ernest Moore. Griffith trying to switch it up to get their offense going, but Moore with the big hit behind the line.
Yeah, Moore's been the one putting on pressure so far today. He was the Corwin ran around him on the last play when he dove a bit too far inside, so they switched him up to the left side of the defense, and he came hard and fast, and he comes with some power when he hits you.
Yeah, completely unchecked too. No one touched him on his way to Pope in the backfield. Now they switch it back up. So you see Tommy Corwin behind the center. It's 3rd down and long here for the Thunder. Corwin drops back again under pressure, goes up the middle. Big hit, and Strong is hurt. That was another huge hit. This one's Sebastian Gorton with a big hit.
Yeah, switching up to play linebacker this year. Had played tight end last year and then D-line the year before. getting more athletic as the years go on.
Big hit.
Big hit.
He smashed him with the shoulder right into the chest.
We've got a late flag on here as well. Might have been something said on the sideline.
And that hit was on Chris Pope. Thought it was strong, but Pope took that one. Looked like he might have been hurt, but he walked off. Seems all right. He's a little shaken up.
Yeah, a bit of a sore neck there, I imagine.
It was a nice play. They really ran that inside route. It was a straight cut to the middle. He caught it right in between the zone, but he just got popped and popped good.
Yeah, it was definitely a well-designed play. Would have been short of the first down, but Sebastian read that quite well, and before he could tuck it away, managed to get him straight with a good shot, pop the ball out.
Yeah, we don't have it on the replay what the penalty is. Referee's still talking about it. You see the penalty flag down right to the side of the referees here. It's gonna be interesting to see what they decide on this one. There's a lot of talk on the field. You gotta think it was something in the talk involved. They didn't throw it on the hit.
I'm not entirely sure now. I think it might have been the back deep judge throwing it, questioning whether it was a targeting penalty, but the official on the sideline at the line of scrimmage I've seen him repeatedly signal that it was shoulder. So we'll see what they come up with.
And if you look at the play here in really slow motion, definitely doesn't look like it was targeting. That's a shoulder, right? That's shoulder to shoulder on the replay there. He got him right underneath the shoulder blade.
Yeah. I think he was dropping a little bit too, which might have contributed. And Sebastian's not a short man either.
No, he's a big boy.
he's a big unit.
Put a good hit there on Pope. Pope looks all right. He was a little shaken up. Referee is still chatting here. They are going to give a penalty against the Rhinos.
Dead ball unsportsmanlike on the Thunder. It was sideline, as we initially thought.
So we're gonna do our best to see if we get the
personal foul, targeting on the defence. After the play, unsportsmanlike conduct, number 6 of the Thunder. Both penalties will be assessed, and it's a new first down for the Thunder.
So Thunder gonna pick up the first down on the targeting penalty. I'm surprised at that one. I mean, it was a big hit. It was close, but the referee saw it as a targeting penalty. So they'll give them the first, and then they'll penalize the Thunder for the unsportsmanlike after.
So at the end of the day, it'll be first down from the same spot they are, a new set of downs, because the penalties will offset, but one of them is an automatic first down penalty for the team in possession.
Yeah.
So we'll see what the Thunder, they basically get to reset everything, and still a bit short of the 20 where they initially started, but they get a new set of downs now and see if they can restart this drive and get something going.
Well, they haven't really moved the change much on the offensive side of the ball. The only play that we've seen in a positive sense was Daddy on that initial scat. But outside of that, they've been struggling to move the ball forward.
Yeah, I'd say they'll go back to the run a little bit here. They're lining up with 2 in the backfield this time, whether they go to Daddy or who's that in the backfield. That looks like Leon Moody, another import in the backfield. So maybe something a little quick pitch or something here out to the left, perhaps.
And also moving Pope back to that quarterback position. So he's going to be in the shotgun with 2 backs. And they're going to split out left. You've got Tristan back. And then out right, it is Tommy Corin split out right. So you got to think some kind of trickery here. Yeah. Maybe a keeper for Pope, or maybe a little flick to Moody. 1st and 10, though, here for the Thunder. And there's a false start. Big number 78, Joshua Duke, misread the count.
Yeah, a little bit too nervous there.
78 of the offense, 5-yard penalty, still first down.
So penalty on the false start is going to make it 1st and 15. Pope in the shotgun, fakes it, goes deep, Looking left, it's way too long, out of bounds. Hitters the receiver Corey Jones on the sideline, but he was looking for number 85, Tristan Beck, on the deep route.
Yeah, Beck just didn't get quite as clean a release downfield as he would have liked. There had a bit too much traffic to go through, I think, to make the pass that was intended on that one.
Another flag on the field. They're going to send Devontre Parnell off the field. Not sure what this one's for, but you can see Parnell, the referee had a word to Parnell. And Parnell's walking off the field. Let's see what the referees are penalizing on this one.
Oh, must be a personal foul.
Penalty, unsportsmanlike conduct. Number 3 of the Rhinos. 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
Must have been a bit of chat.
Must have been a little bit of chatter on that one.
Parnell letting the Thunder know what's happening out there at the moment. Really, Rhinos shooting themselves in the foot, though, here, because Thunder struggling to get anything going offensively. You keep giving them opportunities. Sooner rather than later, it's bound to come off.
Yeah, there's dominating a team, and then there's letting them back in needlessly. I mean, they've got to be a bit further in front before they start giving them freebies.
Corin again in the shotgun. Got 2 receivers split out to his left. Drops back, looking up the middle. Goes right across the middle. Big completion there. And a nice catch by number 89, Robbie Colcutt, the tight end, picking up a big first down for the Thunder. They're now in Rhinos territory.
Yeah, he was responsible for a lot of their yards the last time these two teams played. Obviously found a nice little hole underneath in the zone there for a big chunk.
Corin again in the shotgun, drops back, looking right. It's tipped at the line. Great play there by the D lineman. Didn't see who that one was.
I think it was 92. 92.
Reese Barnes.
Ah, yes.
The big fella getting up off his feet with the deflection at the D line. So 2nd and 10 now for Thunder. Hand off for Daddy. Going off the right side. He's taken down.
Johnny, Nico, and Reese Barnes once again.
And Nico and Barnes covering lots of yardage out there on the defensive side for the Rhinos.
Yeah, Reese, for a big man, is very athletic. He's ex-linebacker and sometimes tight end back in his early days. One of those unretired veterans. Saw how good everything was going this year in preseason and had to have another taste of it. So
Corwin drops back. He's got time. Dumps it off inside. Daddy can't handle the pass. It's a bit behind him. It's going to be 3rd down and long here for Thunder. There's a penalty, though. I see the flags come down again.
I think that's in the vicinity of holding.
Yeah, you see the referees. It's going to be a holding penalty against Thunder. Be interesting to see what Rhinos do here. They got them in a 3rd and long situation.
Yeah, I think they might march him back on this one. The last one was to keep him at 4th down when they declined it. I think you might take the yards here and make it 3rd and the mile.
Holding on the offense, number 77. Penalties declined, be 4th down.
I miscounted my downs there. We're on 4th down now.
Yeah, so Liam Hunter on the penalty there. Rhinos decline it, and it's going to be 3rd and long. Let's see what Thunder can do here. They really haven't had Pope or Moody involved yet. You see Moody split out right.
Looks like they are going for it, though. A little chat to his receivers out
4th
this
and
side.
long. Corin thought they were going for it, but he decided to go for the punt. It takes a Rhinos bounce. It's going to be a touchback, so looked like they were going for it on 4th, but decided to punt at the last minute.
Yeah, they do that sneaky little punt there. It's not a bad tactic. It keeps the defense up and not in the full-out block that they normally go for a punt. And obviously easier to get the snap as well when it's only a few yards and not the 15 that tends to cause people trouble in this league. So it's not a bad little play on 4th down, especially having your QB being the one do it as well, as that extra little wrinkle that the defense has got to be very well aware of.
And it takes away the opportunity because you have to respect the pass.
Yeah.
It takes away the opportunity for the return as well. And we know that Rhinos are dangerous on the kick return. They usually line up Parnell back there on the return. Taking the handoff, going to go deep. It's up. It's nearly caught. Dropped at the last second there by Thomas Hansen. Good defense, though, there from number 19, Philip Carr, coming over to help.
Yeah, just got a little touch on that one, I think, and just kept it out of Hansen's hand. I think he had his DB beat, but just got done by the safety there.
So it's going to be 2nd and 10 here for Rhinos. Surprised they went with the pass after having such success on the run?
It's a lottery. You never know what tactic they're going to use, drive to drive, or even play to play. Is one of the advantages of having that many weapons. It keeps the defense guessing on every play.
So Strong under center, fakes the handoff, goes left. Pass is dropped in the hands of Cheyenne James and out.
Very rare drop from CJ there. I don't know what route he was, just a little arrow route or something. And that one he was lined up very tight to the line of scrimmage.
It was just a little out route. It was a quick hitter. I think they're trying to get James on the board and get him going as well. So many weapons, though. Yeah. How do you keep everyone involved?
Another very, very dangerous open field runner. Used to return punts as well.
They've got 3 split to the left. Strong going up the guts. James again open, and he can't bring that one down. There's going to be a penalty, and it looks like it's going to go against the Thunder as the coaches stepped over the sideline, it looked like, onto the field. Thunder got 3 stops there.
Yeah, that's really shooting yourself in the foot there. It obviously got in the way of the sideline official there, and didn't hesitate to throw the flag.
A bit of drama on the sidelines here. Corwin and the coach having a few words. It is going to be a penalty against the Thunder, and it looks like it's going to give them a first down.
Yep, or at least another opportunity at third. I can't remember what the penalty is for that one.
Oh, we're gonna hear from the referees in just a second here.
Sideline interference. It'll be a 15-yard penalty, an automatic down.
All right, so sideline interference, 15-yard penalty. It is a first down for Rhinos, and that really hurts the Thunder. They got 3 stops, just couldn't complete the 4th.
Yeah, very frustrating. They would have been thinking, all right, get ready for the punt and let's see what we can do on our offense. Again, and suddenly they've given the Rhinos another head start. It's like both teams not fully focused on what they should be doing, which is understandable after a couple of weeks off for both of them as well.
Everyone a bit rusty after a few weeks off, a bit of rain. Let's see if the Rhinos can capitalize on this second chance they're getting. Again, they have 3 split to the left, 1 to the right. Strong's got crawling in the back. They're going to go with the sweep here. James gets the handoff, breaks a tackle. It doesn't get too far. Thunder with a nice stop there. They had that nice inside run for James, but Thunder read that one well.
Yeah, they definitely saw that one coming and got good movement to the left edge and just cut him off before he could get his momentum turned upfield. It's like they might have lost a couple on that one.
Yeah, so it's going to be 2nd and long here. Again, bit of trickery for the Rhinos.
Look for the Rhinos to shelve that and maybe go with a fake next time they run that sort of pre-snap.
So again, 3 split to the left for Strong. James again on the inside outright. You've got Parnell. Thunder looking for the false start. Referee is not believing it, and there's a penalty flag on the sidelines. There's the whistle. So a bit of confusion out here. Referees throwing the flag on the far sideline.
But not blowing the whistle, which is, very, very unusual.
So you can see the Thunder defender is calling for the false start along the line. Flag didn't come. They started to progress a little bit, and then the flag got thrown, but no whistle.
No, we'll see what they say on this one.
Let's see what we could hear from the referees.
Yep, waving the flag off.
So they waved the flag. And we're just going to reset and 2nd and long.
Rhinos getting their play from the sideline. Again, let's see what they go with this time.
Strong looking to his left, goes outside, pass is caught. That one's James again. Another short gain for James. And a good tackle by Tristan back on that one. So Thunder happy to give him a couple here and there, and now it's going to be 3rd and long.
Yeah, they're more than happy to give up the underneath. They know they can't let these guys get deep on them. So far, they've only thrown a few deep that haven't quite connected. Let's see who they go to this time.
So we got a bunch set to the right for Strong. James out to the left. Strong's rolling to his right. Goes up top. He hits Taniwa. Taniwa breaks a tackle, and he's taken down by 2 Thunder defenders. That's a good completion, and a late flag comes in.
Yeah, had the helmet ripped off late in the play. So I'll say there will be 15 yards tacked on to the end as well, which is another heartbreaker for the Thunder.
It was a good play there, that nice bunch set. Taniwa found himself wide open on that short cut. Looked right back. It was like a nice back cut to be wide open there, and then picked up a few yards after the catch.
Yeah. Good play design. Got the QB moving and got that draws the defense up a little bit and opens up a little pocket underneath. And Strong, very good throwing on the run.
So I don't know if we're getting that penalty there. Maybe they pick that one up as well, because we're not seeing that extra yardage.
No. Yeah, I think they've ruled that it was incidental, his helmet coming off. So
1st and 10 here for the Rhinos, looking to add to their 7-0 lead. You're watching Rhinos TV, brought to you by the Sporting Globe at Westfield Chermside. And the Rhinos are rolling into Thunder territory here. They send Parnell in motion, fake the handoff, then they go short to Carton. Carton gets hit up the middle. He'll pick up about 3 or 4. Nice little trick play there.
Yeah, coming with the same motion they did to CJ before, but faked at that time, trying to get the Thunder to overcommit and opened up a little hole at the middle for the running back.
Yeah, Parnell, this time it was Parnell we saw them bringing in motion and faking the handoff to. Now you see Parnell split out right.
Very interested they did that to the other way, to the open side of the field, and see whether they can get the handoff that time.
Strong again in that shotgun. Resets Carlton. There's a bit of pressure. Strong throws. It's just short, though, there for Taniwa. Rolling to his left this time.
Yeah, very difficult throw. Obviously didn't quite get enough on it. And just short of Taniwa, who looked like he had a step there on a nice little out route.
Good pressure there on the backside from Jack Wilson, coming on that strong, that weak side blitz.
Yeah, I think the Rhinos were happy to let him come there, though, because Christian was rolling out the other way, and the odds of him running him down are pretty slim. Bunch set off to the left.
Strong looking up the middle. He's going to get hit. He breaks a few tackles, goes out left. That's going to be a 1st down. Another nice completion. That one's again to Taniwa.
Yeah, looks like he's the go-to man on this drive. It was Carlton on the 1st drive, Taniwa on the 2nd.
And good pressure there from Thunder, but too strong on that one, breaking a few tackles, giving himself a bit of space, and giving Taniwa some time to get open.
Yeah, they managed to collapse his pocket, but he just slipped through their grasp. And I thought he was going to take off and run himself, but obviously saw the open receiver and picked him up for a good gain for the 1st down.
Oh, nearly drew the offside. Strong going deep. Passes nearly picked off that time by Griffith. It's tipped out of bounds. We saw the defense jump there. I don't see any flags, though, so not sure who Strong looked for. There was not many Rhinos receivers in that vicinity of that pass.
It might have been a badly run route or a miscommunication as to who was breaking, or an option route that didn't go the way he thought it would.
They're on about the 20, so you don't mind the shot at the end zone on 1st down. You still got a couple to go.
Yeah, can still work it for a 1st down if need be.
Strong looks like he's keeping. He's rolling to his left. He's got some space. Looks like he's going to pick up 6 or 7. There is a flag out there. That's
And
in
then-
that vicinity of that holding.
But then multiple flags later. I think someone got hit late as well. So that might be offsetting penalties on this one. But we'll wait and see what we get dished up with.
Yeah, that was a design keeper there for Strong. He saw something and just wanted to keep it himself. Obviously very talented, able to put it up in the air or keep it on the ground himself.
Yeah, they got good pressure off that side of the line, but Christian was just too quick and got outside it. I think there was a flag just before he went out of bounds, which we'd presume would be holding, and then a couple late after he'd gone out of bounds.
And pretty chippy here to start. I mean, we've seen quite a few penalties, but a lot of chatter between the teams. Obviously, everyone's amped up after a few weeks off, first and second on the ladder. It's getting chippy.
A lot at stake for both teams, and these teams do have a little bit of history as well. They don't have the worst history in the league, but they wouldn't say they're in love with each other either.
And it is, as you mentioned, it is a big factor heading into the playoffs. Rhinos coming in undefeated. Thunder only with the 1 loss to the Rhinos. It was a tight one in round 5.
During the play, holding on the offence. After the play, it's a dead ball penalty, personal foul, unnecessary roughness on the defence for a late hit out of bounds. Both penalties will be offset.
Well, we heard the offsetting penalties. I think they're just going to keep it at the same down, it looks like. I don't know if they
No,
will.
I don't think they're offsetting. I think because one was live and one was dead, they're both assessed. So I think that'll be first down as well, because the late hit out of bounds is an automatic first down. But there's some discussion. No, yep, we are.
Oh, there we go. Okay,
yep.
So they are resetting it.
Yep.
So it will be a first down for Rhinos. Thunder again hurting themselves with the penalty. They got it. They were forced a third down situation, a third and about 5. But that late hit penalty come back to bite them.
Yep. Let's see if they can keep their heads here and shut them out for maybe a turnover and downs or a field goal.
Strong fakes the handoff, keeps it himself, goes left again, picks up about 2. Nice hit there and good finish there by Philip Carr, the free safety coming up to make the tackle.
Yeah, very, very quick play and a good read there by Strong. Obviously, the Thunder was sweating on the run. I think that's going to be end of quarter as well.
Looks like it will be the end of the first quarter. So heading into the break, it's a 7-0 lead for the Rhinos. Pretty low scoring affair from what we expected. A lot of stop-start with the penalties. I chalk that up to the 3 weeks off this field.
Yeah. It's going to take a little while. Maybe, hopefully after that first quarter, both teams can iron the kinks out. We can get a bit more of a better flow to the game. But obviously the Thunder there thinking that the Rhinos were too close to go with the pass and sweating on the run. So Strong read that and pulled it back and managed to get a couple of yards himself.
All right, well, it is the end of the first quarter. We'll take a quick break. We'll come back shortly with Rhinos TV, brought to you by the Sporting Globe at Westfield Chermside. Back with you here at Hyde Park. It's the Brisbane Rhinos versus the Griffith University Thunder. Rhinos up 7-0, and Strong rolling back. He's got a receiver wide open. It's a touchdown for Devontre Parnell. The defense lost them, and Strong found him wide open for 6.
Yeah, good little rollout, and Devontre Parnell just finding a little hole in the zone on that sort of slant and stop sort of route.
Still going as well. Still going. Looking for an offload. Bounce to the corner. You like that, though, for the Rhinos. Bit of trickery. The attack in the air hasn't been as successful in that first quarter, but coming out right away in the second quarter, putting it in the end zone, it looks like they're going to go for the 2-point conversion.
Yep. and good to see them too. The first drive they attacked them up the middle with the run. This drive they've hit them more off the edges with the run, so keeping them thinking. Imagine you get a few passes in the middle there as well. Looks like they're going for 2 here as well.
They're going to go for 2. They've got the 3 receivers wide right. Strong goes under center. He's got Carlton in the backfield. There's that receiver screen, well read by the defense. It's like Jack Wilson there on the stop. So the 2-point conversion fails. So it's a 13-0 lead for the Rhinos over the Thunder, just starting the second quarter.
Yeah, very good start from the Rhinos, punching that in right at the start of the second quarter and getting out to a 2-touchdown lead, which is essential. Opens up a lot more of their playbook and puts the Thunder under even more pressure to keep pace with them.
Yeah, Thunder really put themselves under a lot of pressure on that second drive there for the Rhinos, picking up penalty after penalty. Yeah. Just really, a team like the Rhinos, you can't give them opportunities and after opportunities like that. They're going to hurt you.
Yeah, but both teams have given up some rather silly penalties at stages. The Rhinos have managed to capitalise on their opportunities, whereas the Thunder have just compounded theirs. Whenever they've been given one, they've given one straight back.
Well, it is that 13-0 lead for you. The Rhinos over the Thunder. Rhinos TV brought to you by the Sporting Globe at Westfield, Chermside. Let's see if they go for the deep kick again. We saw Kachwa on the previous one kick it out of the end zone for the touchback.
He's done 2 or 3 deep kicks. Let's see if he pulls one of the special ones out of his bag.
And back there to receive the kick is Chris Pope. There's that deep kick. Pope looks pretty comfortable. He's going to take the kick. Takes it up the middle, then breaks it out right. He beats the defender. He's got some room to run. Good gang tackle and a nice hit there to finish off the tackle. That was Devontre Parnell, the receiver for the touchdown for the Rhinos, making the big stop as Pope looked threatening up that right side.
Yeah, he found a little bit of space, but the Rhinos managed to keep him corralled. Initially he looked like it might have been a gap up the middle he was looking for, but then bounced it out. But they recovered and got to the sideline before he could make them pay for overcommitting.
Let's see if the Thunder could get the offense rolling here. Rhinos have shut them out through the first quarter and into the second quarter here. This is the Thunder's first offensive possession of the second quarter. Corin has 2 receivers split to the left, 1 to the right. Daddy in the backfield. They go for the receiver screen. It's caught and taken for a short gain by Leon Moody. Moody, very, very dangerous receiver on that one. Rhinos doing a good job keeping him in check.
Yeah, you could see as soon as they recognized it was a screen, they didn't overcommit and made sure they had coverage on all the lanes they had available to him and corralled him for the short gain. I think it was Sebastian Gordon that eventually came up with the tackle.
Good tackle by Gordon. It's now second, about 8. Corwin takes the snap, again looking left. Ball is batted down at the defensive line again. This time it's James Calishaw getting his paws on it.
Another big unit, another very tall, lanky defensive end, which is unusual running a 3-man front to have the more conventional DNs sort of shape in there. Most teams, when they run a 3-man front, run three big stocky units.
So it's an interesting contrast, the O-line versus the D-line, isn't it?
Yeah. The Rhinos' defensive line is definitely more athletic than the Thunder line.
Corin rolls out right again, looking for Moody. Moody grabs it this time against Parnell, and he's held up. Looks like that's going to be just short of the first down marker, so it's going to be 4th and short. And an interesting decision here for the Thunder in their own half of the field.
Yeah, that's the question. It is gettable, but it's in your own half, and if they fail, they'll give the Rhinos good field position. Like I said, they do have the advantage of a bigger O-line, so the run up the middle, which has been their best play so far, might be on here, or it might be their little quick kick again.
And they're certainly lining up, looking like they're going to go for it. They've got Silva out wide on the right, 2 receivers out left. Corwin again in the shotgun. He does hand it off to Daddy. It's going to be close.
I think that's short.
That's short, though, and a big stop for the Rhinos, forcing the turnover on downs.
Yeah, thinking they had to go for that one. May be a decision that comes back to haunt them, giving them a very short field to the Rhinos. Going to find themselves 3 touchdowns down very quickly here.
I thought it was a quite interesting decision on that one. They're only down the 13 points.
The Thunder defense really has to stand up here. Led up the front by their nose tackle, Hedy Kafoa. Very interesting story on that one. Everyone's seen Shaquille Griffin come through the draft this year for the Seattle Seahawks. Heidi also has a missing hand on his right hand and still plays at a very high level.
Handoff inside.
Making
Carlton,
the tackle there.
Yeah, gets a good little run there and a nice tackle there by Kafoa. Yeah, you mentioned that Kafoa missing the hand on one arm, and Griffith joining his brother in Seattle to get out, and he's starting for the Seahawks this season. So making a big impact, and Kafoa making a big impact on that play there with a nice stop. It's going to be 2nd and long for the Rhinos. Strong. Sending Carlton to his left, looking to his left, fakes, then goes short. Hits his receiver. That's a nice gain along the left side there for Hansen. Looks like he picks up the first down. So Rhinos starting to get a bit of a roll on here in the second quarter.
Yeah, starting to dictate terms a little bit. Good little pass there. Managed to fake them out on the deep and clear it out for Hansen underneath. It was another good runner. Tends to be more of a downfield receiver with his height and speed, but also good with his feet in short yardage as well.
3 receivers split out right for Strong. He's got Carlton in the backfield and Hansen to his left. Strong in the shotgun. He's going to reset Carlton now to the left. He's looking right, sending the signals to his receivers. Strong with the handoff to Carlton. He's going to scamper his way into the end zone for another touchdown. And that was too easy there for Tim Carlton.
Yeah. Good head fake within a head fake from Strong there, signaling out to his receivers, making the defense think, oh, something going on with a pass here, and then handing it off up the middle with a good hole for his running back who just had no one in front of him. Only had to dance past one guy to get in the end zone.
I think he might have just danced just to shake it a bit. Hey, he had plenty of space there. No defenders really in sight on that one. And Carlton, that might have been one of his easier touchdowns.
Yeah. He doesn't get that many considering he's a running back. Like I said, they're pass heavy previously in games, but he'll be happy to get a couple here today.
So it is a touchdown. Looks like they're going to go for that 2-point conversion. So it's 19-0 for Rhinos with the 2-point conversion to attempt to come. Parnell split out to the left. You've got James, Taniwa, and Hansen split out right with Carlton in the backfield and Strong in shotgun. Strong drops back, looks right, goes to the corner. It's deflected out of bounds. Nice defensive play there.
So I can't see whether that was either Corey Jones or Philip Carr. Can't quite.
I think it was Carr. So good hands there by Carr. Reading the defensive play nicely. But now Rhinos up 19-0 and scoring on their first 2 possessions of the second quarter to give themselves a nice lead.
Yeah. Nice, comfortable lead. Now let's see if they can extend that and really put a gap on them, or whether the Thunder can bounce back and stay in this game.
This is going to be key here for the Thunder. They need to get some points on the board, getting closer and inching towards halftime.
Yeah, they definitely need to get on the board before halftime. It'll be demoralizing if they go back into the sheds with a 0 next to their name. especially considering the Rhinos having been able to put 3 on the board pretty much at will. Let's see what variation we get with Eddie Cocker here, whether we get one of the short ones or whether he bounces it straight out the back of the end zone again.
Well, I think you'd want to keep it out of the hands of Pope if possible.
Yeah. Depends whether he wants to go short or whether he wants to squib it or back himself to kick it long enough.
He's going to go long and to the right, so returning this one, it's going to be Garrett Griffith. And he's hit inside and hit hard. Nice big hit there. That's 2 guys. You got Johnny Nico on that one. And
Mitch Wong.
Yeah, it looked like Wong and Nico combined to really give him a reminder where he's at.
Yeah. They're both pride themselves on their hitting, those 2. Probably not quite as big hitters as Ernest Moore, but they can still make you feel it.
Yeah, so Jones on their. Let's see if the Thunder can get things going here. They need to get some points up and points up quickly. They're down by 19, so 3 touchdowns. Only 1 converted for Rhinos. Corwin looking left, goes short, and a nice hit there. And a good read there by Parnell. Stopping the short gain.
Yeah, a
little
quick hitch, but Parnell very quick. Recovers quite quickly and closed on the ball before it could get anywhere upfield.
And looks like they're going to send Daddy split out wide right. So going for the 4 receiver set. Corwin on his lonesome in the backfield. He looks left, again goes short, and that one's just straight up dropped by Silva. Hit him right in the hands.
Yeah,
no excuses for that one.
There was no one around him as well. Might have had a little bit too long to think about it.
So it's now going to be 3rd and about 8. Big play here for Corwin and the Thunder. They've got receivers bunched to the right. Daddy back in the backfield alongside Corwin.
Looks like we've got to get the alignment right from the ball and the chains.
So you got also, there's an interesting formation here for the Thunder. It's 3rd down. They've got no one split out wide on either side, right or left. They've got receivers bunched to the right, and you've also got Corcutt and Moody out on the left.
Let's have the clearing out for one over the middle here.
Corwin looking to the left. He finds his receiver, Moody, who'll pick up the 1st down, and he's excited. It's positive play there for the Thunder, and a good 1st down. They needed that.
Yeah, good. Well-run little play there, just running the receivers underneath after you've cleared out over the middle, just found that little pocket underneath the linebackers for the Rhinos.
Corwin again in the shotgun, looking left again, finds a receiver. That one's Pope. Picks up positive yardage. That's about a 7-yard gain there for Pope. The Thunder starting to put some positive plays together here consecutively, putting the Rhinos under a bit of pressure as they approach Rhinos territory.
Yeah, good to see keeping themselves in the game. Just managed to get a little step on his DB there, a little quick out route. Let's see if they can continue and keep rolling it downfield.
And you see Pope and Moody split out right. Corwin, short handoff to Daddy, going off the right side. Nice clearing hit there. And a good finish by Ernest Moore coming off the end.
Yeah, good read from Tommy Corwin there. He read the backer coming around and good handoff and good yardage. But now it sets up 3rd and short, so that opens up the playbook a little bit more for them on 3rd down than the previous 3rd downs, which had all been long.
Let's see, Corwin now 3rd and short. He's going to take the timeout. It's a good read there. You don't want to rush things. It's a big play. You want to convert on 3rd and short.
Yeah, if they don't convert here, they've pretty much sold themselves into 4th and short. considering where they went for it previously and the position they're in on the scoreboard now. So, yeah, make sure you've got the personnel right. Make sure you've got the matchup you want.
And you can really set yourself coming out of that timeout as well. Kind of running a bit of a hurry up offense. You want to make sure everyone's on the same page for a big play like this.
Yeah. So there'll be a couple of plays that'll be given, like, if we get it, this is what we're running. If we don't get it, this is what we're running. So they'll be given at least 3 plays, I'd say, here.
Well, it is 19-0 for the Rhinos here. Big 3rd and 3 coming up for the Griffith University Thunder. Rhinos TV brought to you by the Sporting Globe at Westfield Chermside. We're live here from Hyde Park. Number 1 Brisbane Rhinos taking on number 2 Griffith University. And at the moment, it's the Rhinos up 19. Really having their way with the Thunder. Thunder haven't been able to get going offensively. This has been one of their more positive offensive displays so far.
Yeah, so the Rhinos will want to stand up here and see if they can stop this drive here before it gets into their territory and keep them contained.
You see Corwin split out right.
Yeah, going with this Wildcat look.
And Pope's going to keep it. He gets the guard pulling, and it looks like he's going to pick up the first down. It's a nice play there. I like what they did there, pulling the guard and giving him some space to get through that first down marker.
Yeah, just get him a bit more bodies in motion in front of him and make sure they got that. They only needed 2, so getting a bit more meat in front of you always helps.
Pope now split out wide right with Silva. Corwin hands it off. Good run there by Daddy. He'll pick up 7. And again, having success up the middle there so far, Thunder, against this Rhino defense, especially on the ground with Daddy.
Yeah. Like I said, that does match up well with their strengths. The bigger O-line against the more athletic D-line of the Rhinos. So running the middle might be their best option.
Corwin fakes the handoff, going to keep it himself, and he's driven back. So no gain there for Corwin. And a good read by the defense. And number 5, Johnny Nico, doing it from the linebacker spot.
Yeah, good read there from Nico. Saw they didn't hand it off and shed his block, making a good tackle around the middle. I think James Collishaw was going to catch him from the backside as well before he went too much further.
So it's 3rd and short here for Thunder. Corwin takes the snap, fakes the handoff, looking for Moody. He's going to bring it down. Big hit. That's like Emmanuel Capper. But Moody, though, going to convert the first down, so Thunder definitely rolling.
Yeah, they're getting momentum here. We'll see what the Rhinos dial up in response. So they might want to get a bit more pressure on the QB. They had good results with that early on in the game. They seem to have gone away from it a little bit. Whether they're throwing a blitz here off the edge.
So 2 receivers split out left. Corwin faking the handoff, rolling to his right, looking for Moody. It's not there. He's going to go to the... Looked like I thought he was going to try and go to the back of the end zone there. Threw that one out as there was good coverage on Moody in the backfield. That was Platt and Kappa double teaming Moody in the corner.
Yeah, as soon as he rolled out there, it was limited his options. The Rhinos rotated their coverage over and had good numbers there, so good decision to throw it out of bounds.
So now 2nd and 10 for Corwin. Three receiver set. Corwin again looking inside. Great catch there by Moody. Laying himself out to get another first down for Thunder.
That was impressive. Great athleticism there from Moody.
And a great throw there by Corwin, putting it only where Moody would be able to catch that one.
Yeah, that would have hurt to catch for most people. That was coming very hard.
Corwin heating up here on this drive for the Thunder. He's going to hand it off inside. No, he's going to keep it himself. Sees some space, runs through a defender. He's going to pick up 5. See steamrolled over Kyle Platt.
Yeah, backing himself there on that one.
Good read on by Corwin there, keeping it himself.
Yeah, it's a little variation on the read option where instead of going outside of where the running back would have gone, he follows him as well.
Daddy tries to go up the middle, but he's stopped by a gang of Rhinos in there. Big number 90, James Calishaw.
Yeah, the push from the O-line just wasn't there on that one. They might have just missed their block a little bit. But I think they managed to get back to the line of scrimmage. Brings up about 3rd and 6.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be a 3rd and 6 here. Griffith University knocking on the door of the end zone here. It's a big 3rd down for the Thunder. And Rhino's going to call a timeout. Timeout called there by Gonzalo Lugo, former Queensland representative player. Good timeout, though. Again, this is a big play here. You're in scoring. You're in the red zone. You want to make sure you get your defense set. You don't want to give up that 1st down or a touchdown.
Yeah, no. They understand that if they can keep the Griffith held out here, it'll be pretty much a heartbreaker for them if they can stop them short of the line. I don't think the Griffith will go for a field goal if they don't get the 1st down here. I think they'll go for the 1st down because they're like I said, they're 3 touchdowns down, so they need to score as much as they can, as often as they can.
This is certainly a two down set here for Griffith. If you don't get it here on 3rd, you got to go for it again on 4th.
Yeah, definitely. That's when, they're not going to kick the field goal, so you got to make sure you've got your personnel right. Make sure you've got the matchup you want.
Griffith doing a really good job switching things up here, mixing in the pass and the run, and really featuring Moody. That's what you do when you bring in an import. You want them to have an impact, and Moody on this drive certainly has been impactful.
Yeah, you've got to get your best players' hands on the ball as often as you can, especially in the clutch situations like this. And it's good they have someone they can rely on for that. Let's see whether they go back to him again or whether they use some misdirection.
Well, Griffith has Pope and back split left, Moody split right. And Daddy going to come out of the backfield looking for Daddy. He gets the reception, and he's going to break the plane. And Griffith University on the score sheet on a nice catch and run there by Daddy. And a really nice drive there orchestrated by Corwin to get 6 on the board for Griffith University.
Yeah, very well put together. Picked his receivers out well, especially on that last one. The running back who had been their benchmark for the first drive and the second drive, got a lot of their yards, but managed to lick himself out into the pass this time.
And Daddy going to score the first touchdown of the afternoon for Griffith University. It looks like they're going to go for the kick. The extra point is up, and it's good. Nice conversion there from Silva. So the lead is now 12 for Rhinos, 19-7, approaching halftime. Good bounce back and a good response, though, from Griffith University.
Yeah, they really needed that. They needed to score before the half, and they needed to get a touchdown to get themselves back within striking distance now within 2 plays of taking the lead. We'll see what the Rhinos do in response here, though.
It's not time for the short kick just yet, is it?
No, not just yet. But anything's possible in this game. I'd be wanting to keep it away from the Rhinos returners. They're both very talented and very hard to bring down. So I'd lean more towards the squib kick myself, but we'll see what the Thunder decide to pull out of the bag of tricks.
And Parnell back there to return with Cheyenne James. Let's see if they go for the squibber. And you can see you've got some receivers here also ready for the squib kick in Platt and Gorton. So even if they go for the squib, you still got guys who could be a bit dangerous on the return.
Yeah. Possibly not the most dynamic of open field runners, but certainly can damage you if you give them space.
Let's see what Griffith University Thunder decide to do. They've cut their deficit to 12. Rhinos TV brought to you, as always, by the Sporting Globe at Westfield Chermside. We're live here from Hyde Park, and the Rhinos are up 12, 19-7 over the Griffith University Thunder. Silva does squib it, but it does make it way back to James. And James, picking up his blocker, is going to cut it back to the right side, now back inside, and gets it back to the 30.
Yeah, decent return. Thunder kept him contained. Did well to not give him a lane or an edge they could get to. And but the Rhinos won't be too disappointed with that field position. So
Rhinos looking to get themselves back on track offensively. as Griffith University has started to build a little bit of momentum, particularly on the offensive side of the ball. Let's see if the Rhinos can get on track and put points up again for their third time in the second quarter.
Yeah, both teams will be looking to make a statement here. Rhinos will be looking to say, look, you can't foot it with us. And Thunder will be looking to say, look, we can run with you.
Strong looking to the right side. A receiver wide open. It's dropped, though, there by Hansen in his hands. Strong hit him. Hansen just couldn't bring it down.
Yeah, still banging that rust off, I think. Definitely got a good jump on it. Just hands a bit too hard. Didn't bring it down soft.
That was a really great route run there by Hansen. Gave himself plenty of space and time to bring it down.
It's like in a spread set now.
There's a penalty. They're going to... It's interesting they blew the whistle as the snap came there. You got to think that's going to be a false start on the offensive line there.
Yeah, they are pointing at the outside receiver, Devontre Parnell.
Thanks to the crowd here. I think they're looking for mouth guard.
Oh, mouth guard. Okay, yep.
Parnell did not have his mouth guard in, so they blew the play off there. Interesting to see how they pick that one up. It's pretty interesting to see that they got that one.
Yeah, they do keep an eye out for it. It's a little bit more obvious when you're standing right in front of the referee with it dangling down from your chin strap.
So Taniwa checks back in, and he's going to be split out left with Hansen, as well as James on the inside. Again, the knee pads, referees checking the knee pads here on Hansen.
A lot of argument going on here.
Hansen disagreeing with the referees. They're having a good chat.
Bit of chatter coming from the Rhinos.
Rhino's not happy about it. Referee is going to have a bit of a chat. Hansen not really sure what's going on here. We saw the play before. They sent Parnell off for the mouth guard. Now they're checking Hansen's pads. I can't imagine he's changed his pads between the first quarter and second quarter, so not really sure what they're reviewing, but Hansen going to have to come off the field and Parnell back on with his mouth guard this time.
Yeah, obviously he thinks they're covering the knee, but the officials disagree. So we'll see what happens here, whether they have to tape them down so to make sure they actually cover the knee, or what they'll do here to get his equipment right.
Well, discussion done. Hansen didn't win that debate. He's on the sidelines, and Rhinos looking to get it going. Three receivers split left for Strong. Faking a handoff, looking left under a bit of pressure. Strong goes deep. He's got a receiver open.
Oh.
James can't bring it down.
The drops continue for the Rhinos receiving core at the moment. They just seem to be putting too many on the ground, especially these deep passes.
And Tim Carlton down also for Rhinos. He's going to limp off.
And then a Griffith receiver down in the backfield as well.
They got two players down. Carlton looks like he's okay.
Yeah, looked like a little stinger to his knee. We'll see who they bring in to replace him.
That's Garrett Griffith. A little shaken up, but he's up and at him again. Carlton just going to try and walk that one off on the sidelines.
Yeah, they brought in Nate Peterson into the backfield. He's a bit more of a fullback type build.
So
Long
it's
time Rhino.
3rd and 10 here. Big defensive play here for Griffith. Rhinos looking for that 10 yards and that first down. They've got that 3 bunch receivers to the left for Strong. And Peterson in the backfield. Strong drops back, looking left. Uncorks one, good catch. It's going to be short of the first down, though. Taniwa came down with it. But that's only about 8 yards, and an interesting decision here for the Rhinos to see if they go for it or they punt. That's a 2-minute warning also.
Yes. I think they'll definitely come out and go with a hard count at the very least, whether they take the timeout or the delay of game after that, if they can't get them to jump offside.
Strong going to go under center here. He's got Peterson. He's got the big lineup up front for them. Strong going to keep it himself. A lot of pressure, breaks the tackle, and he picks up the first down.
Impressive from Strong there. The Griffith Thunder got a good push up the middle, managed to get hands on him, but he just broke away and then off the edge and trucked another defender as well.
It was good contact behind the line there for Griffith, but unable to wrap up Strong. Kept the legs pumping and picked up the first down. So huge play there for the Rhinos as they look to get some more points on the board before the end of the half. Now 3 receivers to the right for Strong and Peterson in the backfield. Strong drops back, looks right, uncorks one. Little miscommunication there from Strong to his receiver, Devontre Parnell. Parnell going long. Strong looking for him to cut back.
Yeah, I think that was meant to be a hook or a comeback to the first down marker there. The Rhinos, interestingly, are going with a 3-tackle set. They're laying up with 6 offensive linemen, making sure they're protecting their QB and giving them good push for when they do decide to run it. But they obviously think that 4 receivers is enough to do the type of damage they want to do.
Well, they got 3 split to the right, 1 to the left. Strong takes the snap, rolling to his right. Uncorks a bullet and a great catch there. That's Hansen.
We do have a penalty marker down in the vicinity of holding. They went back to a more normal set there with 4 wide and a single back. But it looks like they might have been holding on the backside.
Let's see what we got on the replay there. And, yeah, you can I'm not sure about that one there.
Might have been something more interior than the edge. We'll see what number they call.
Big Jackson Bro with the contact. Not sure what the referees are calling here. Let's see.
Holding on the offense, number 70. 10-yard penalty, replay down.
So they had the holding on the inside, and the big center, Jack Hannum. That penalty negates a nice gain there for Hansen.
Yeah, that's a real stinger there for the Rhinos. That would have been 3rd and short. Makes it now 2nd and 20 almost.
Yeah, 2nd and 20. Clock slowly ticking down to halftime. And the Rhinos up by 12, 19-7.
Yeah, the aim here for the Rhinos will be to try and get one before halftime if they can't, to run out the clock and make sure Griffith don't have another opportunity.
Well, 3 receivers split to the left, 1 to the right for Strong. He's in the shotgun. He's going to roll to his left. Bit of pressure. Goes deep. He's got a receiver open. Hansen can't take it down, and Strong took a big hit. That was Kafoa on the hit, along with Typoletti.
Yeah, it's got to be a bit frustrating for Hansen. He keeps hitting his receivers deep. They just keep dropping the ball. Eventually, one of them's going to come down with it, though, and give him a big gain.
Yeah,
we'll see what they do now in 3rd and 20. Will they take another shot for the end zone or try and work it more for the first down marker?
Well, it's 3rd and long here without their halfback, Tim Carlton. They've gone away from the run a bit, which they had some success to start the game with, and looking to get that aerial attack on track. And here's that big set along the offensive line with the 3 receivers, 2 split left, 1 to the right. Strong in the shotgun. Brings it down, might keep it himself, goes out left, looking for Taniwa. It's over the head of the receiver. And it's going to be 4th and long now for Rhinos.
Very close to a taunting penalty there on number 91, Kafoa, pointing at the Rhinos QB. He might have to watch himself a little bit there. Rhinos will punt, and we'll see what Griffith can do with limited time on the clock to try and get back within a score in this game.
So back to receive the punt is Chris Pope for Griffith University Thunder. Rhinos getting set for the kick. Snap's good. Kick is up. It's a bit of a shank off the side of the foot, goes straight out of bounds. So decent starting field position here. You got to think this is going to be the final drive of the half.
Yeah, and being this short a time, it does take a few of the options off the table for Griffith, so they pretty much have to go with the pass here. We'll see what sort of wrinkles they can come up with in that regard.
With Rhinos, do you sit in that prevent defense? You give them the short stuff and just don't want to give up the deep, or what do you think your approach is heading into halftime?
I think initially they'll give up the short stuff and make sure they don't get any big plays, because if they can get them a few quick short gains here, they can get them in bad down and distance position and put some more pressure on them.
It does look like Rhinos will set up in a bit of a zone.
Yeah, two safeties lined up deep.
So Corwin in the backfield at the shotgun spot with Daddy. He's got Moody split right. He's got two receivers split left in Pope and Silva. Corwin is dropping back, looking over the middle. There's Silva with the big catch and a big first down from the big tight end. Excuse me, that's Colcott.
Yeah, good pass there. Found the little hole in the underneath zone just before the safeties. Did well to bring it in because he caught it behind him a little bit.
Hurry up offense here. Corwin going deep again. Silva's open with the deep catch. They're going to say it's no catch.
I'm unsure of that signal. Then
Looked like he brought it down and took a few steps with it. Let's see what we got on the replay. Definitely brings it in and able to take a few steps with it, so I'm surprised. They're going to wave that one off. Jake Price in there for Rhinos. Looks like he was shaken up a little bit as well. But you can see on the replay, just in the top corner there, Silva coming down with it. Turns 1, 2 steps at least with the ball in his hands.
Yeah, we'll wait for the discussion of the referees and see who saw what and what the end decision is. This could be a very big play for the Thunder if it's ruled a catch.
Well, they might put the pressure on the production panel here to see that replay, because to me, looks like he had a good step or two with the ball in his hand.
Yeah, my initial thought was catch, but looked like they're overruling it, saying he didn't have control before it came out.
Well, that's a bit unfortunate there for Griffith University Thunder. Rhinos fans won't mind that decision, though, on the field.
And we have a late penalty as well. Looks like Griffith had some things to say about the decision, and that might put them in very bad field position.
Well, it was going to be tough for them anyway after that long pass was called back and called incomplete.
Yeah, but they weren't in too bad a territory. They were about 40 yards out, I'd say. But now they're looking at 55. So they need probably 2 big plays to get within striking distance, whereas before they were almost there themselves.
Let's see what the referee
After the play, unsportsmanlike conduct, number 12 of the Thunder, 15-yard penalty, still first down. Sorry, it'll be second down.
So, penalty against the quarterback, Tommy Corwin. Obviously not happy with the decision, so hurts the team further on top of it, pushing it out to 2nd and 25 now.
Yeah, there's a very fine line between arguing a decision and costing your team big yardage, and he stepped over the mark there.
So Corwin now with 5 receivers, 3 to his left, 2 to his right, goes for the short screen to Moody. Moody gets it, and he's taken down for a short gain.
Thunder will take time out to conserve the clock.
So good little short play there for Griffith University. Rhinos, though, happy to give him those little 4 or 5 yarders, especially at 2nd and 25.
Yeah. Thunder looking to see whether they could get their ball in the import's hands and see whether they could bust something open. But Rhinos well awake to it and managed to corral him and keep him contained. But didn't cost Thunder too much time. Now they're in 3rd and long. This is 4-down territory anyway, so they've got 2 plays to either get a first down or a touchdown here. I think they've got about 21 seconds left, so they're starting to run out of time.
You take a shot at the end zone now, or you try and get that first down before? Well, if you're in this situation, Phil, what are you looking at?
21 seconds. I think they've got timeouts in hand. You can still take one shot over the middle, and one or two shots over the middle and take timeouts. But yeah, if they don't get the first down here, they pretty much have to take a shot.
Well, they certainly capable of beating Rhinos over the top. We saw they went deep with a bit of success earlier in this drive. Unfortunately, it came back for them, so Rhinos probably want to keep themselves aware of that deep threat.
Yeah, and Corwin definitely has the arm to get it there. It's just whether his receivers can get in the right spot and get themselves open and catch the ball.
Well, it's still 3rd and long here. As Phil mentioned earlier, it is it is 4th down territory if you need it. Corwin and Thunder going to send Daddy split out to the left, so he's got 3 to his left. They go for that short screen to Daddy. It's a trick play. I thought, no, they handed it off to Pope. Pope takes it and then runs out of bounds. Pretty much back to the original line of scrimmage, so Daddy handed it off to Pope to pick up a few.
Yeah, a little backward screen. I think they were looking for the trickery play, but the Rhinos safeties didn't bite up on it. So they had the receiver covered downfield, and Pope was it just made the right decision, kept it himself, and ran out of bounds.
He did kind of pump fake looking. It was the double flea flicker there, wasn't it? They hit Daddy on the short screen, flips it to Pope, and Pope looking deep, but decides to keep it.
Yeah. I said the safeties were well awake to that one and didn't bite down. Had the receiver well covered.
Well, you see 3 bunched to the right here for the Thunder. And 1 out to the left. Daddy on the inside off the tight end. And Corwin on 4th down. But Rhino's going to take a timeout here. Coach Booker didn't like what he sees defensively, wants to reset his defense. Back with you here on Rhinos TV just before halftime. It's 4th down for Thunder. They need to convert this 4th down play to keep themselves going with an opportunity to cut into this 12-point deficit they have. Rhinos taking the timeout. Coach Booker wanting to make sure he's got his defense set for this key final play of the half.
I think if they did get the first down, they could still have one more play, but they might just take a shot here.
Corwin has time, goes over the middle, can't find his receiver though, and that's a turnover on downs. And you give the Rhinos a bit of time here as well to potentially take a shot at the end zone because you're pretty much at half.
Halftime, yeah. I'd say they've got somewhere in the vicinity of 10 seconds left by my count, but we'll wait and see what the referees say if they let us know how much time is remaining. And yeah, might just be time to just line up and take a few shots at the end zone and see what happens.
You have the 12-point lead. Do you take the knee or you go for the jugular here heading into halftime?
Me, I go for the jugular, but Coach Booker will call what he wants, and we'll see what he brings out. I think they're going for it though. Well,
they certainly
lining up like they are.
Strong certainly has the arm to get it there. They certainly have the receiving threats to bring it down. Let's see what Rhinos do on potentially the final play of the half. 3 receivers split out to the right. Good to see Carlton back in there in the backfield. Strong under a bit of pressure. He's looking deep. He goes along to Parnell. It's just probably 2 millimeters long.
Yeah, difficult catch. Had to look over his shoulder to bring it in. Looking to land it in the breadbasket there, and yeah, just couldn't get his hands to it.
It looks like
that might be half.
It looks like that is going to be the halftime. So Rhinos going into the big break up 12, 19-7 over Griffith University. Thunder pretty spotty start from both teams where it really picked up in action in that second quarter.
Yeah. A good battle unfolding here. They'll get better as the game goes along. They say they're knocking the rust off the first.
Back with you here at Hyde Park. Second half kickoff underway. It's a 19-7 lead for the Rhinos over the Thunder. We're talking off the air, Phil, on the break. Thunder really hurt themselves, but they're still within striking distance. A lot of it was due to penalties. Rhinos would be happy to have the lead, but probably not happy with how they played in that first half.
No, yeah, they're still looking a little bit rusty, the Rhinos, and the Thunder are not helping themselves with some of the penalties that have come out. They're doing well to be as close as they are, considering how many bad situations they've put themselves in. But the Rhinos will be looking to extend here and really put a stamp on this game, start of the third quarter.
Well, Rhinos in possession of the first drive of the second half. Strong drops back, looking to get the receivers on track, and he hits Taniwa coming across the middle for a nice gain of 8.
Yeah, excellent protection there from the line. He had all day to think about that and find the open receiver. Managed to pick him up for about 7.
Yeah, you give Strong that much time, he's gonna pick you apart, especially with the plethora of options he has at the receiver spot.
Yeah, you really got to get him out of. If you're not putting pressure on him, at least flush him out of the pocket and cut down his options.
Nice catch on the shoestrings there by Parnell. He spins away and picks up another first down.
Yeah, very very unlucky not to be able to spring that one for a touchdown. I thought he was just going to break that last little tackle. But, yeah, a good gain, excellent catch.
And here comes the replay. Look at where he catches it, nearly on the ground.
Out away from his body as well, so it didn't trap it against anything. That was just pure hand strength.
A great catch there by Parnell. And Rhinos are driving here to start the second half. Rhinos TV brought to you, as always, by the Sporting Globe at Westfield Chermside. Strong rolls left, uncorks one. Good coverage there by the Thunder.
Yeah, rolled left, but still look back right, looking for the throwback pass to Hokianga over the middle. Didn't like it and went for the sideline and threw it out of bounds.
Good coverage there, though, from Griffith University.
Yeah, good adjustment after the first couple of passes. Tighten up the coverage a little bit.
Now Strong has 3 split to the left. Good to see Carlton back out there. Carlton flares out, and wide receiver screen to Parnell. He slips over, picks up 1 or 2. Just couldn't keep his feet underneath him. I like that play, though. A little misdirection with Carlton coming off on the screen, and then you screen away the opposite.
Yeah, very very hard to get any pressure on the QB with that sort of thing. But we did see a penalty flag late, whether that was for something on the QB by the Thunder or was in an interesting spot. So I don't quite know what this one is going to be.
Well, certainly a bit of pressure on Strong as well, so it could be in that holding area as well. Referee's having a chat. Let's see what the decision is.
Personal foul, roughing the quarterback, 45 on the defense, 15 yards from the previous spot. It's first down.
So a roughing the passer call against Bruce Pelusi, and the penalties roll into the second half for Logan. They had a bit of pressure on the Rhinos there, just relieving that pressure with these penalties.
Yeah, it looked like it was a fairly late penalty, so that would have been not even something related to the play. Would have been just frustration that he didn't get there and shove the QB late. I haven't seen the replay, so I'm not entirely sure, but that's what the feel I got from that one. Just the lateness of it coming in.
So Rhinos again going to line up. Strong looking right to his receiver split out here. Fakes the handoff, looking left, goes over the middle, and James catches it. He's on the move. Can't split the defense, gets away from one tackle, but he's brought down by a couple of Thunder. But once again, Rhinos knocking on the door of the end zone.
Looks like he's going to be about 5 or 6 yards short of the end zone here. We'll see whether they decide to punch it in with the run again or whether they go for a short little pass here.
And again, Strong showing if you give him time, he'll find his receivers open. He's really picking apart Thunder on this drive.
Yeah. Not going so much deep as going the underneath routes and giving his receivers space to run in as well.
He rolls to his right, looking for the receiver. He throws it behind Hansen.
He has an interesting snap count there. I'm not entirely sure he was ready for that one. He sort of dropped his hands down. Might have had something to do with the pass not quite being on target.
It looked like he still kind of had his hands to his chest, not ready to catch the hike.
Yeah. I was maybe miscommunication, or maybe the center saw something and snapped it early.
Well, this is that kind of in between zone here where it's a bit tight to go to a fade because of the short end zone.
Yeah, you can't really go a fade. You're running your receiver into trouble if you do.
Here comes Strong looking for a block, goes back inside, and it's a touchdown. Once again, Devontre Parnell shakes free at the back of the end zone for 6. And really creative play there. A lot of it by Strong, using his feet to engage the defense and open up that space for Parnell.
Yeah, very dangerous on his feet. Rolling left. Looked like he was a threat to run it himself the whole way, but just waited until Devontre managed to work himself open and hit him with a nice quick strike.
So it's 25-7. Rhinos take the lead on the first drive of the second half. They've hit the end zone.
Now we'll see what Eddie Cockwer is able to do for the extra point.
Going to take the kick. It's up. It's good. And the lead is out to 19 now for Rhinos.
Yeah, that's a bit more of a comfortable lead for them now. They'll be much happier with that first drive of the second half.
Certainly did a majority of their damage through the air, and that's what we were talking about at halftime, looking to open up that passing game, and it certainly worked to perfection there on that drive.
Yeah, they managed to work the Griffith defenders over a little bit, managed to get their receivers over, especially that last little one to CJ, managed to wait until he'd just gotten past his defender and gave him the ball, which put him open and almost for the touchdown himself.
So Rhino's going to get set to kick. And Pope back there to receive. Always dangerous.
Yeah, I think they'll be looking to kick it to Griffith here. Garrett Griffith, number 2.
Well, they go right to Pope. They're going to give him a chance to return it. He catches it in the end zone. Picks up a bit of speed, going to his left. Gets a good block. He's got room to run. And he's going to go out of bounds at around the 50-yard line. So a great return there from Chris Pope. Sets up Griffith for their first possession of the second half.
It looks like we're going to have a little holding call just at the end to march it back a little bit, but good return there. Eddie obviously likes making a liar of me. Kicked it straight to who I said he wasn't going to kick it to. And the Rhinos lost contain a little bit on that one. They'll be special teams will be not happy with that performance.
It wasn't really touched till he went out of bounds, so
yeah,
not too much pressure on the kick returner, but the holding penalty again, another penalty, really negatively impacting Griffith, and those penalties are really racking up.
First down.
Yeah, not helping their cause, but not the worst of penalties. Not shooting themselves, not crippling themselves with that one, but they still won't be happy with it. Looks like they're going with a Wildcat formation again.
They're looking to get things on track here. Pope in the shotgun all by himself. Corin split out to the left. Pope fakes it. It's going to keep it. Cuts it back inside. He's got room to run. Stiff arms one defender. Gets past a few others. And he's going to pick up a tough first down. It looks like the play's still going. Not sure if they called it down or not. Coming out with the ball was Sean Daddy. He ran into the end zone, but the play was dead. And that's going to be a nice first down, though, out of that Wildcat formation.
Yeah, good run. Managed to find a good hole. I don't know what was happening at the end there. Maybe the Griffith thought it hadn't been blown dead.
Well, you heard the whistles, but the action continued for Sean Daddy hitting the end zone. He was trying to sneak in a cheeky one at the end there.
Don't blame him there, yeah. Especially if you don't hear the whistle, then by all means keep playing.
Well, Pope back in the backfield. They're going to have to take a timeout. Corwin forced to take a timeout. There's miscommunication there on the offensive side.
Yeah, looks like they didn't have the right personnel in for that one, or not the right alignment for the play they'd called.
Yeah, Silva coming off the field, back onto the field.
Now let's see what Griffith can do see if they can capitalize on this field position. Only the second time really they've had decent field position in this game. Let's see if they can make the most of it and actually get some points out of it.
Well, looks like Silva may have had enough. He's heading back into the locker room. Not sure if he's hurt or if he's just not happy with the conversation he had with his quarterback on the field on his way to the sideline.
Could be anything. Could be fixing knee pads. Could be anything. We'll wait and see whether he comes back.
Well, let's see. Silva has had some nice moments. He had that contested catch along the left sideline there in that first half.
And a couple over the middle too. And the previous game, he was one of their best weapons as well.
Pope takes the snap, fakes the pass. He's taken down in the backfield. Big sack there by Sebastian Gorton. Coming in from the linebacker spot with the big sack.
Yeah, good blitz here. Untouched through the middle. Did the jump to make sure he wasn't going to throw it, and then managed to corral him before he got too far away.
Yeah, the jump, I don't think, was intended for the sack. He was looking for the block of the pass.
Yeah, he'd be a hard man to pass over. He's about 6'100", and has a very good vertical leap.
Corwin's back there. He takes the snap, hits Daddy over the middle, and he gets absolutely crunched.
Yeah, Johnny Nico saw that one coming a mile away, and yeah, that's going to leave a little bit of a mark.
And Nico with another huge hit, certainly leaving his mark on the Griffith University Thunder here this afternoon.
Yeah, I don't think the run up the middle is going to be going for the next few plays.
Daddy really shaken up, though. He took that one right in the ribs. That one,
they hurt. Whether he's just winded or not, or whether he's actually injured out of it, he gives a nod to Johnny Nico. Good to see him get up and walk off. I think just winded.
Yeah, he's a tough one, Daddy. He's been knocked a few times this afternoon, and he's got back up.
Yeah, an impressive competitor. A lot of ticker.
Silva's back on the sideline as well, so we'll see if he gets back out there. Third down and long here for Griffith University.
Is a very important play for them. They've really got to convert this one.
Woolridge in the backfield with Corwin. Corwin feels the pressure, rolls right, going deep. It's too deep, though, for his receiver in Tristan Back.
Yeah, receiver just pulled up there. I think it was meant to be a hook or a comeback, and, yeah, Corwin threw it like it was a fly to the end zone.
He was looking for the deep pass. Back had a good step there. If he would have kept going with that route, who knows?
Yeah, I think the DBs may have had him covered, but a deep ball can go either way, even with good coverage.
Well, there's a penalty.
Holding on the offense, number 78. Penalties declined. It'll be fourth down.
So there was a holding penalty against Griffith University. Penalty was declined. They're going to force Griffith into a fourth down decision. At about halfway, you wonder if they're going to go for it here, down by 19.
I think, considering how much they're down and the field position, I think they'll go for it on this one. Rhinos did do well there, brought quite a bit of pressure on them, and Griffith felt they had to hold in order to keep them out.
Well, Corwin has Pope and Moody split left. Takes the snap, it's a high one. He's looking left, goes back to his right side, now over the middle. Pass is knocked down and deflected, and that's a big stop there by Emmanuel Kappa. And that's a turnover on downs for Griffith University.
Yeah, good defense there from Kappa. Just trailing his receiver, but enough speed to make up the distance once the ball was in the air. And good leap, managed to get his hands to it and knock it away from the receiver. Well
defended there. You'd taken a shot in the end zone at that time, though. There's still a bit of time. The third quarter just started. Maybe look a little bit shorter, but I guess it was open. I mean, he wasn't open, but
it would have looked open from Corwin's perspective, and yeah, he's a bit of a gambler, so he might have just thought, well, we'll see what happens here.
So Rhinos TV brought to you by the Sporting Globe at Westfield Chermside. Rhinos up 26-7, strong, trying to shake free. He's brought down by Corey Jones after picking up a few.
Yeah, a little read option there. I thought he'd actually hand it off to the back. That was a good fake. But, yeah, ran out of running room on the left side and couldn't really get too much. He managed to get 3 or 4, so that's still fairly decent.
You now at this point, 26-7. The passing attack obviously opened up on the last drive, but do you look to maybe run the ball a little bit more, work the clock a little bit?
A little bit, not exclusively run just yet, but, yeah, work the clock. Make sure you give Griffith as few opportunities with the ball as you can.
Strong looking to pass. He's going deep down the left sideline. Well defended there. And a nice deflection by Philip Carr, a veteran cornerback for Griffith University. Good coverage.
Yeah, very good coverage. Rhinos obviously there trying to get their deep ball going still. And, yeah, once again, receiver not dropping that one so much as the defender getting a good play on it.
It's 3rd and 7 now, 3rd and 6 for Rhinos. So big third down play here. If Griffith could get a stop, they might get the ball back. Strong fakes the handoff, then goes wide left. Breaking a tackle and coming up short of the first down.
Yeah, going to be 2 or 3 yards short on that one. Looks like they'll probably go for punt.
Yeah, Hansen broke that first tackle, but just couldn't break that second one to pick up the first. And again,
they're going to go for it.
Looks like they are going to go for it. Pretty confident in themselves. They are in Griffith territory.
Yeah, field position might be the key factor on this one.
So it's 4th and 2, 4th and 3. We've seen them pick up the first down on a 4th down keeper from Strong, so always an option as well.
Yeah. It is, I think, a little bit too long to go for it on a sneak. We've just seen a receiver going off injured.
Yeah, Hansen looked like he
might have twisted an ankle on that play and tried to stay in, but was hobbling as he tried to cross the field and told by his teammates to go down so he could come off. Also gives them a little bit more time to think about the play.
Interesting decision here for Rhinos. Looks like they're sending out the offense to try and pick up this big 4th down. This could be a huge play in this game.
Yeah.
4th and short for Rhinos, up 19.
Whatever this is, I'd imagine you'd be looking at a hard count here.
So Carlton in the backfield. 2 receivers split left, 1 split right. Strong takes it. He hands off for Carlton, coming off the right edge. Big tackle, and it looks like it's short from this angle. Let's see where they place the ball. A huge hit, though, by Griffith to make the decision for the referees. A difficult one.
Yeah, it looks like he's going to be about a yard and a half short. So that's a turnover on downs and good field position now for Griffith. They'll be very impressed with very pleased with themselves there, finally stopping the Rhinos.
You surprised at the call to go for the run on that on 4th and 2, 4th and 3?
I thought that's the correct play. If you're going to go for it, that's the correct play. Just maybe a little bit of a bad read there by Carlton to try and bounce it to the outside. I think sticking up in between the tackles and stay behind your blockers as long as you can on that. You've got to get good push from your offensive line and just see if you can follow it and lean forward for the extra couple of yards.
Well, it is a turnover on downs for Rhinos. And now Griffith University with an opportunity to cut this deficit. They're down by 19, 26-7. Corwin, high snap, looking left, has to roll out. Throws a bullet to Pope. Pope sidestepping a few defenders. And then he's taken down by Lugo after shaking him a bit.
Yeah, good coverage there from Lugo, just making sure he didn't lose him.
Well, he certainly
if he couldn't
shook him, but he got the second go at him.
Yeah, and held him up long enough for help to arrive as well.
It's a short gain for all that dancing. It's about second
yards.
Second and 7. Corwin again looking left. Tough catch there by Moody. Let's see what the referees call it. They're going to call it a catch, so a nice diving catch there by Moody to pick up that low delivery from Corwin.
That must have been right on the bootlaces, that one. Very impressive.
Third and short now for Griffith University. And a big third down here. We haven't seen Daddy come back onto the field. He's still out, so Tate Woolridge in the backfield. He's going to take the handoff, going off the right side, cuts it back inside. He'll pick up the first down and then some. A nice little run there from Cody Tate Woolridge.
Yeah, impressive. Got a good change of direction there up the middle and managed to maximize his yards on that one.
So Woolridge going to stay in the backfield with Corwin at shotgun. Corwin looking right, goes back over the middle. He's got a receiver open. That's going to be a touchdown for Griffith University. And they answer, and answer well, as Tristan Back puts it in for 6.
Yeah, good protection there from the Thunder. Had lots of time to play with, and just got him open on looks like a skinny post. Just beat his man and got it there before the free safety could make the play.
Great delivery there from Corwin as well. Put it right on the money, let him catch it and run, put it right in front of the defense to let him right to the end zone.
A very quick pass as well. Looks like they're going for 2 at this end.
Corwin keeps it himself, and he'll convert the 2-point conversion. So now the deficit is 11, 26-15. So Griffith University gets the stop on 4th down, then comes down and puts points on the board. This game's far from over, Phil.
Yeah. Griffith doing well, staying within striking distance. We'll see what the Rhinos are able to do in response. They'll definitely want a touchdown out of this drive, and that all starts with a good return here.
Rhinos. 26-15. Rhinos are up. Here on Rhinos TV, brought to you by the Sporting Globe at Westfield Chermside. Really nice response there, though, from Griffith University to get themselves a touchdown after forcing a turnover on the defensive possession. So a bit of confidence and a bit of momentum now swinging Griffith's way.
Yeah, that will do them a world of good, getting their confidence back up. A really well put together drive as well. Looks like Cham James and Devontre Parnell back to return. We'll see who gets the opportunity this time.
Silva with the kickoff. Looks like it's going to be James with the return. Looking to cut it outside. He's got some room to run. Nice stiff arm. He's brought out of bounds by Griffith. And a nice return there from James, giving the Rhinos great field position.
Yeah, got to about the Griffith 40 there, so excellent field position. And Christian Strong coming out to see if they can put a bit more of a gap between themselves and the Thunder.
Let's see how the Rhinos can respond as they're under a bit of pressure here. Up 11 in the third quarter.
Looks like Griffith have brought out some bigger defensive linemen as well. Want to make sure that they don't give the Rhinos the opportunity to run up the middle anymore.
Strong almost exclusively in the shotgun here this afternoon. I think we've seen him under center once or twice.
Yeah, and those were runs up the middle.
There's a handoff. Carlton picks up a really tough 3 or 4 yards on that one. And those big boppers on the inside from Griffith close that gap quickly.
Yeah. Like I said, they've brought in the bigger guys to sort of limit Carlton's space. He still managed to find a little bit of wiggle room in there and managed to get about as much as anyone could on that play.
Certainly picks up positive yardage, so about 2nd and 6, I'd say. Strong has James split out right. 2 receivers to his left. Hands off to Carlton. He's under pressure. He's going to get stopped for little to no gain.
Yeah, maybe half a yard on that one. Did well to get back to the line of scrimmage though, because he was wrapped up almost immediately.
And that gap really closed quickly. Finishing off that tackle is Jack Wilson, the middle linebacker.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Another big 3rd down here for Rhinos. They're certainly in 4-down territory at about the 35 of Griffith. 3 receivers split left. They're going to get, it looks like, going to get a false start on the offense. Not sure.
No, it might have been a forced substitute. Someone had the wrong equipment or mouth guard out. Oh, yeah, one of the D linemen didn't have his helmet done up properly.
I thought it was a false start on the offensive line. That would have been a real killer for Rhinos. They get another go at this one as the defensive lineman subbed out. The big 3rd and 5 here for Rhinos.
That's why you've got to check your equipment after every play. You wouldn't have even known that clip was undone.
So 2 receivers split left, 1 to the right here. Sending James in motion. They fake the reverse. Strong dumps it off, nearly picked off. Looks like Carlton caught it maybe, but a nice deflection nearly intercepted by Wilson. And a big stop there for Griffith. And an interesting decision here for the Rhinos on 4th down.
Yeah, interesting play call there. Looks like it was going to be a good play, except for the one player that was that DB actually read it extraordinarily well and almost managed to take the pick.
See if we could have another look at that one here. So, yeah, you can see it's 18, Corey Jones with the nice read, really keeping himself on that edge and not allowing that short reception from the receiver.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the Rhinos go back to that one, though. That was a very well-designed play.
Well, they're going to go for it here again on 4th down. It's about 4th and 5. Griffith got a stop on the last 4th down attempt. They could get another one on this 4th down. It would be huge. Big play here for Rhinos. They've got 3 receivers split out left. And Carlton
going with
in the backfield.
3 tackle set as well, but I don't think they're going to run it on this one. Strong
is rolling out left, goes across court, across the field. There is a flag in the backfield. By the quarterback there. They're going to get a late hit on Strong. And Griffith University got the stop there, but again, penalties come in to hurt them.
Yeah, I thought there was going to be a penalty for pass interference. It looked like the receiver, even though I don't know if he could have got there, was definitely close enough to the ball and got hit a bit early by my reckoning, but I could be wrong
you
on that
can
one.
see a really late hit by the defensive lineman on Strong. That's clearly going to be unsportsmanlike conduct. Let's see what the referees have to say about that one, but you can see it on the replay there. Strong clearly had let the ball go and then got absolutely hammered.
Yeah, poor discipline again from the Thunder. Might cost them an opportunity to make another stop here, because that was going to be turnover on downs if they hadn't hit him, which looks like it's going to be a first down to the Rhinos.
I think I'm surprised it's taking the referees this long to decide, because that was clearly a late hit on the quarterback.
Yeah, I think they just want to make sure they've got all the ducks in a row and that they did see what they saw. And we'll find out what the call is now.
Personal foul, roughing the quarterback. Number 45 on the defense. The 15-yard penalty, first down.
So that one against Bruce Pelusi, that's his second roughing the passer call this afternoon as well. So couldn't have come at a worse time for Griffith University after getting that stop. It would have been a turnover on downs. Now Rhinos have a first down, and they get an extra 15 yards out of it as well.
Yeah, he's really got to get that out of his game. That's his second one, and both of them were very obviously late. Wasn't like some of them where it could be a borderline call. Those were both definitely late hits.
So the ball advances to the 20-yard line, or just about the 20-yard line of Griffith University here. And the Rhinos can smell the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be very keen to put this one in and get back out to a three-score lead.
Strong again in shotgun. Here comes James. Fake the handoff to James. Well read by the defense as Charlton got absolutely gobbled up. Carlton got gobbled up there by Sam Leota.
Yeah, the Griffith are appealing for a fumble, but I think they're going to rule forward progress was stopped on that one.
Yeah, you can see them fake the short handoff and then go back inside for Carlton. And that one, he was down, clearly down, but well read and a great tackle there by Leota.
Yeah, excellent read.
Big loss of yardage there. That's nearly a 10-yard loss.
We'll see what the Rhinos dial up here. They've got to get that yardage back now, which pretty much rules out the run, I'd say, from this point.
Well, they're in close to field goal range, I'd say, so you can't discount it. They go outside to Hansen with a nice reception and a good hit and tackle there by Griffith.
They've probably got about 5 of that back, so that's not too bad. Yeah, Eddie Cockwell's got a decent leg, but I'd say up by this much, they'd be going for the touchdown here. Well, what's the gap? 11. Oh, a field goal would put them out to a two-score lead, but yeah, they definitely would be playing for the touchdown, not just playing for the position on the kick.
Let's see. Parnell split out to the right here. 3 receivers split out to the left. Strong in the shotgun with Carlton in the backfield. They fake it to Carlton. Strong drops back, goes over the middle. Hansen with a big catch and a huge hit there. That one by Griffith. Hansen's down. They're going to call it a touchdown as somehow Hansen held on to it, but he's still down on the floor.
I think they're ruling that he caught the ball, fumbled after the hit, and then it laid in the end zone until someone picked it up and claimed the touchdown.
Well, Hansen comes down with it. You can see him down. The ball still looks to be somewhat in his hand. Now it pops out the back there, so Hansen's still down. But, gee, that was a great catch and a great throw by Strong. And the referees call it a touchdown. So it's now 32-15. Rhinos up on Griffith.
I think they're technically going to rule that touchdown to Devontre Parnell, which will make his 3rd for the game.
That's an interesting call because the ball went out the back of the end zone.
We do have a flag down here as well, so whether there's a targeting call as well, whether that was a hit to the helmet, I couldn't quite tell from this distance.
It was a huge hit, though, by Garrett Griffith on Hansen. Griffith certainly putting the wood to him. And let's hope Hansen's okay. He's still down on the field.
He did seem to. I can see him moving about, so I don't think it's anything too serious. Hopefully, not a spinal or anything like that. But yeah, definitely still down on the ground.
We'll keep. We'll leave the replay for now out of respect to Hansen, but big hit. Great reception, too. He ran a beautiful route right over the middle, and Strong hit him in stride.
Yeah, nice post over the middle, right, caught it right in between the defenders, and that's part of the reason he got a big hit, because he came down with it good. And if they've ruled that a catch, that's an impressive play to hold on to that.
All right, well, let's just take we'll take a quick timeout here as Hansen being treated. You are watching Rhinos TV, brought to you by the Sporting Globe at Westfield Chermside. It's 32-15 Rhinos over the Thunder. We'll be back shortly with live action. Back with you here at Hyde Park. Brisbane Rhinos up 32-15 over Griffith University Thunder. There's a touchdown there just before the break. It was Hansen. I thought Thomas Hansen had the touchdown himself. We're not sure if it went to Hansen or Parnell. Hansen got absolutely hammered, and he's being assisted off the field. Let's hope he's okay. He was down there for quite a while. Might be a bit of a concussion. Not really sure what the injury is. We'll try and find out for you.
He was limping early, but obviously came back and showed good speed on that play. Good to see him back up, though, and getting assisted off the field, not getting carried off the field, which is always a good sign.
So we see the referees having a conversation. They did initially signal a touchdown, making the score 32-15. However, they are having a conversation. We see head coach John Booker out on the field having a chat with the referees. And noticeably, behind the referees is a yellow flag sitting on the field. Not necessarily near the line of scrimmage. We're not really sure what the flag was for or what the conversation is about.
I think we're about to find out, though, because looks like the discussion has mainly broke up. Just the referee and the umpire still having a chat. But no, the coaches are back in now. Obviously going to get their input on the ruling as well.
So we can see coaches and assistant coaches on the field. Referees trying to clarify what's going on or what the call was. Let's see if we can hear from the referees.
The result of the play is a touchdown. You can in the semis. You can't today.
Explain to me how we got to catch it over the father.
So they initially called it a touchdown.
And it looks like that decision is going to stand. I don't know what's happening with the flag, whether that's being picked up or not. Still lots of discussions going on. Tommy Corwin in deep discussion with the referee.
Yeah,
and
well,
the Griffith coach is in discussion with the officials as well.
Well, Tommy Corwin, we did catch before. The referee turned his microphone off, was asking whether they could challenge it. The referee told him you could do it in the semis, not here today.
No, they have been looking at trialing the challenge system at the other venue today. I believe they're going to start getting all the bugs sorted out before the semis, but it's not in play for this game, and I don't think for any other game.
After the play, unsportsmanlike conduct on the defence. 15 yards will be assessed on the kickoff.
Okay, so an unsportsmanlike conduct. Not sure if that was the flag or if that was Tommy Corwin. Not really sure who it was called against or if it was the hit. Nonetheless, it's a touchdown for the Rhinos. They're now up 17 with the kick to come. It's up. It's good. So it's now an 18-point lead for Rhinos over Thunder. And again, let's look back to that penalty against Pelusi. Yet again, giving the Rhinos a second chance, and they make them pay.
The Thunder could have had the ball in their possession just short of halfway, and because of one late hit, it's turned into a touchdown and a further lead for the Rhinos, which puts them really behind the 8 ball in this second half.
Yeah, they had cut that deficit to 11. It's 33-15.
Yep, by my count. So that makes it, that's 18 points now, which is a 3-score lead, and getting further and further away from Griffith as time runs away.
Yeah, well, you have to think that killing all the momentum that Griffith had as well. They got that stop on the previous 4th down. They come down, get a great drive, and put a touchdown on, convert the 2-point play, force a 4th down, get the stop, and then it all falls down after that.
Yeah, it has really reversed the momentum in this game, which was looking like it was starting to favour them, which is what they needed to do, being down 11 points at that stage. And now it's tipped the other way to the Rhinos. But we'll see whether the Thunder can strike back quickly here and get it back to a more manageable deficit.
Well, kind of the injury to Hansen, and let's hope that he's okay, but it also really stopped the momentum of the game. So you almost have to restart as well, because he was down for a bit as well. You try and get back out on the field, try and build some momentum again. And they go for the short kick. Called the fair catch. There's a bit of...
Yeah, Griffith appealing for a penalty for making contact with him, but I think you'll find he did take a couple of steps forward on that one. But there was no real malice in any of what happened, so I think the referees will just let that go and make sure that as long as he's not really laid out on that one, I don't think.
Yeah.
I think that's the right call there.
Well, he certainly made the signal for the catch, and then when he caught it, did kind of make a few steps forward, and that's when the contact came after the step. So good no call there by the referees. And Griffith with a bit of work to do, starting from their own 20. Good stop in the backfield. Nice tackle there from Ernest Moore coming off that left side again. He's been living in the backfield at Griffith University tonight.
Yeah, I think it was well stopped up the front by James Collishaw. Just beat his man to the ground and made a pile in front, which gave Ernest Moore time to get in behind and run the back down.
And I think that play is going to end the third quarter. So heading into the final quarter of action, it's 33 for the Rhinos, 15 for the Thunder. This game presented to you by Rhinos TV, brought to you by the Sporting Globe at Westfield Chermside. Back with you here at Hyde Park. It's going to be second and long for the Thunder. Corwin drops back, looking left, going deep. His receiver's open, but that's way too strong there for Tristan Back. He was open, but Corwin just threw it a bit too deep.
Yeah, got a little bit too excited on that one. He'd beaten the coverage, which was good, but just couldn't get the timing right.
And Back's had a great afternoon. He's been very dangerous on the outside for Griffith.
Yeah, he's been probably their most reliable weapon at this stage as far as deep balls go. Silver's been the go-to man over the middle.
They got to try and do something to get their imports involved with Pope and Moody. Those guys have been pretty quiet. Corwin goes over the middle. Big hit, incomplete pass there. That's a huge hit. Manuel Kappa doing capital punishment on that tackle.
Yeah, just couldn't find the handle on that one, and possibly lucky he didn't, because he may have had a bit more of a hit if he'd held on to it. I think the Rhinos were going for the interception there once they saw it bobbling about.
So it's fourth down here for Griffith University. They send out the punting unit.
Yeah, they haven't really used their imports on anything deep. It's all been very short passes and screens for them. I wouldn't be surprised to see them send one of them deep at some stage, though.
Oh, the clock is certainly not in their favor. If they're going to do it, they need to. I'm surprised they didn't go deep on that one, as the punt is a very, very short one, but it takes a friendly Griffith bounce. And it's going to roll dead just inside the halfway mark. The Rhinos now with an opportunity to increase this 18-point lead.
Yeah, good stop there from the Rhinos, and has resulted in an excellent field position. They'll be looking to put this game away here with a couple of good plays.
Well, let's remind ourselves that Griffith technically, well, not technically, they did get the stop a couple times on that last possession for Rhinos. The Rhinos, they're up by 18, but offensively they can't really seem to be getting it rolling still, even though up 18.
They're not quite with the same rhythm they had earlier in the season, but we'll see whether they can get that back on this drive.
Short handoff inside. It goes actually outside to James. He definitely fooled me. Great stiff arm to pick up an extra 4 yards.
Yeah, a little variant on the option there with the read option underneath, and then the pitch out to James leaping around the back. So many weapons and deploying them in very interesting ways.
I was following Carlton there. I was sure he was going inside, but they flipped it to James, and he used his speed and strength to pick up 8. So it's 2nd and 2 here for Rhinos. Carlton does get the handoff this time. He picks up a few short one. But good defense again from Griffith. It's going to be 3rd and short.
Yeah, well read there by the linebacker core of the Thunder. That's brought up a very interesting decision now for the Rhinos. What play call do they come up with this one for 3rd and short?
So they're going to split 2 receivers, actually 3 receivers to the left. Carlton in the backfield. Off to the left side. He takes this handoff inside. He's got room to run. He'll pick up the first down and more. And the C's parted there for Carlton to pick up that first down.
Excellent push from the right side of the line there. They really got moving downhill with momentum, and Carlton had that all the way. Very good fake, too, from Christian Strong. Really held the linebackers in place while he got the ball to Carlton.
That bit of motion in the backfield really forces the defense to try and make an adjustment, or gives them a bit of concern. We see it. You see Carlton initially aligning to the right of behind and to the right of Strong, and then they motion him sort of to the left a bit. It makes you just give you a second thought, and there's that inside handoff again to Carlton. He gets a bit of room. He's going to drag a few defenders towards the end zone. He's going to come up just short, though, and another strong run by Tim Carlton has the Rhinos knocking on the door once again.
Yeah, that little, they didn't use it on that play, but the play before, the little motion just changes the look, because if he's lined up to the right, you're thinking he's probably going to be running off the left side. Whereas you switch him just before the play, it makes the split second decision that if you're looking for a run, you're looking to the opposite side. Now, it's a very well-designed part of the offense. But that one there, they went with the fake jet sweep again into the little counter, and he had all the momentum behind him once he got that ball. Excellent blocking again from the Rhinos line.
Well, let's see if they go to Carlton again. Strong fakes that. No, he gets the handoff, does Carlton. Trying to get into the end zone. He's going to be denied, it looks like. So well defended there by Griffith University. Forcing a second down and another opportunity here for Rhinos.
Their line standing up a bit more on that one. Managing the stop. He had a lot of time to run with that one, but just couldn't find a crease into the end zone. They blocked it all off with their superior size. Let's see what they come up with now on second down.
So the clock's still running, so going to the running game. Really doing a good job on that offensive line to create those opportunities for Carlton. They do hand off to Carlton. Again, he goes inside. And looks like that second/third push might have got him over the line. Let's see. They're waiting for the signal. Rhinos are signaling the touchdown. Don't think the referees have signaled for it yet.
Official on the near side is signaling short, but it can't be very far away at all. We'll wait and see the call. The Rhinos are going to go and huddle. If he is short, I would not be surprised to see Christian Strong move up under center and go for a quick sneak here.
So it looks like it will be short. Rhinos lining back up for it. We've already seen Strong on the QB sneak once. Let's see if we see it again.
Oh, they've changed the signal to touchdown now.
Well, there is the touchdown.
It's
see if we hear from
It's a touchdown.
It's a very interesting call from the referees. You see the Griffith University sideline absolutely flummoxed by that decision, as they didn't signal it. They got together, they separated, and then they called it again.
That was the latest of late calls, and I can understand Griffiths being perplexed by that one, as am I.
So with the touchdown, it comes 39-15. And you see the replay here. It's as close as it can get. Referees call it a touchdown, making it 39-15. And here comes the two-point play opportunity. Strong hands off for Carlton, and he's in for the two-point conversion, making it 41-15. Carlton scored the touchdown and the two-point conversion.
Yeah, they actually went with a two-back set on that one, and led in by Nathan Pearson.
So that, I think it's fair to say, Phil, that one probably ices the game for Rhinos with a bit of time left to go here in the game. But It might be a bit too little, too late for Thunder.
It's going to take something exceptional for the Thunder to bounce back here.
And frustration certainly mounting for Griffith University. It's a tough call. I mean, you don't have the benefits of the video technology to have a second look at it. But I just found it really interesting that the referees came together, had a discussion, didn't signal anything, didn't call anything, and then he came in from the far side, away from where the play actually happened, to call it a touchdown. I thought it was a bit suspicious.
It's very interesting. It may have been the right call, but the delay and the way it was done is not really ideal.
So Rhinos will kick off with the lead up to 26 for Rhinos. Rhinos TV brought to you by the Sporting Globe at Westfield Chermside. Kick is taken. Coming up the middle is Pope. He cuts it back outside. Nice tackle there by number 27, Emmanuel Kappa again.
Good open field tackle. He had some space to work on the outside if he had gotten past Kappa there, but very good to get low and get his feet off the ground and bring him down for still a decent return.
Really nice return. Good tackle there by Kappa. Let's see if Thunder can get themselves some points on the board here. Griffith University, they've got two receivers split out left. So a timeout was called. I can see some paramedics coming out, so let's hope Hansen is okay. I think they were just calling it the timeout to allow the paramedics to get to the other side of the field. Let's hope Hansen's okay.
Rhinos using the opportunity to take a quick substitution with Johnny Nico coming out and replaced by Mitchell Wong.
So Corwin in the shotgun with two receivers to his left. Hands off inside. That's a tough tackle there. It looked like a bit of a horse collar there. Bach got absolutely shellacked.
Yeah. Looked like he had the gap, but Andrew Davison got either did a spin move or got turned around there and just reached out and got his arm over the shoulder and dragged him straight down. He's a big unit, Davidson. Very, very strong.
Interesting call on the inside handoff. You would think they would just go to the air trying to get some quick points on the board. Corwin takes a high snap. They go back to the handoff. Again, some inside running and good yardage picked up there by Tate Wooldridge.
Yeah, it might be a case of going with what's been working for them no matter what the position and deficit is. They either think that that's their best bet to get back into this, or they're just trying to run out time and limit the damage.
41-15 the score here on Rhinos TV. It's a third down for Griffith University, 3rd and 4. Again, they go to the ground. Tate Wooldridge tackled just short of the first down marker. So it looks like it's going to be 4th and about a yard or two. Let's see if Griffith University goes for this one.
Yeah, 3 runs in a row. Very interesting play calls there. I thought 1, maybe 2 was enough, but we'll see what their philosophy is here on this one. They've got 4th and about 2 or 3, where they're setting up the deep bomb.
High snap, handoff is short again inside. Tate Wooldridge looks like he may have picked it up. It's going to be close.
Oh, it looks short to me, actually. It might be a yard or so short.
Oh, he's definitely short there. So turnover on downs for Griffith University. And you see the defense run off the field with pride as they get that big stop on 4th down. The Rhinos up 26.
Yeah, Rhinos using the opportunity to get some of their second string guys in as well. This being a first versus second game, they've had their starters in for most of the game, but now out to a decent lead. They're rotating in some of their younger players, more inexperienced players. I think the O-line is still pretty much the same. Still going with the 3 tackle set. Not just taking a timeout, and they've actually got their backup QB in as well.
Coach Booker going to take a timeout. We'll take a quick one as well with the Rhinos up 41-15 here on Rhinos TV, brought to you by the Sporting Globe at Westfield Chermside. Back with you here at Hyde Park as the Brisbane Rhinos up 26 points, 41-15 over Griffith University Thunder. Rhinos TV brought to you by the Sporting Globe at Westfield Chermside. Backup QB in here for Rhinos. Don't have a 14 on my player list. Can you help us out,
from
Phil?
From the juniors, I can't remember his name, unfortunately. I'm very sorry, apologies to him. But, yeah, they're going with a bit of a heavier run set as well. Now 3 receivers and 2 backs.
So Carlton takes that handoff, and you got to think we're going to see run here. Looks to me like Thunder are going to concede after running the ball 4 times on their last offensive possession, and you see Rhinos running it here as well.
Yeah, we're going to see probably a run on this play. They might go for a pass on the last one to get the rookie some more opportunities, but we'll. It looks like Griffith have shut up shop for the night.
So the backup QB staying under center. He'll hand off again to Carlton, and Carlton absolutely stuffed at the line. Good tackle there by Pelusi. It's going to bit of push and shove in the backfield. Lots of flags being thrown.
And some arguing from the Griffith players. There was one of them did get double teamed fairly heavily downfield, and one of the Rhinos came up with a helmet off. So we'll see what the result of this one is here.
Oh, referee's having a good chat. Let's have a
After the play, unsportsmanlike conduct, 93 of the defence. 15-yard penalty on the end of the run. Be first down.
So first down there on another unsportsmanlike penalty called, this time against Alan Menke. And you can definitely see the frustrations boiling over. Griffith had it close for a little while, but really frustrated with that second half performance.
Yeah, it has really been the story of the night for Griffith. A good stop undone by a silly penalty.
So 2-minute warning here. We got 2 minutes left in this one. Penalty gives Rhinos a fresh set of downs, an opportunity to potentially run this clock out. I could hear Coach Booker from the sideline saying they're going to take a knee, so they're going to look to run the clock here, but Rhinos, with this win, are going to really solidify themselves at the top of the ladder. I think this secures it for them, doesn't it? They'll finish at the top of the ladder heading into the playoffs.
It's an undefeated regular season for them. 2 games being washed out. Up for debate whether that would invalidate a perfect season designation, but that's a one for the statisticians among us. Been a long time since the Rhinos have had a season like this, as impressive as this. And they'll be very proud going into the bye week before the semi-finals for them.
And if you're the Rhinos and you review the tape and the performance, put your coaching hat back on for me, Phil, and give us your assessment of this performance from the Rhinos this afternoon.
Not their best performance by a long stretch of the imagination, but up against a good opposition and still secured the win and stayed in front for the whole game. So they'll be happy with their game management they use. Some of their plays need a bit better execution, but they'll be happy but not overjoyed.
And if you're Griffith University, there are some positives to take out of this, even though it's going to end up in a loss. You passed the ball fairly well. I thought they ran the ball fairly well. And really, I've harped on it a bit, but it's the penalties that really hurt them this afternoon because they were close.
Yeah, it's definitely fixable for the Thunder. They weren't that far away. And it looks like we've got the end of the game here now.
So the referees are going to call it. So it's going to be a final score of 41-15 for Rhinos over Thunder. Phil, do you see this matchup again potentially in the semifinals or maybe the final for the title?
I don't see it happening in the semifinals. It's definitely a possibility. The final, the finals are looking like shaping up as the Rhinos versus the Stingrays.